Oh, sick. Oh, hell yeah. Hey, what's up? What's up, dude?
Wrong stuff.
What up? Welcome to BlackwaterDnD. The gamer fucking...
Gamer
No, shut up. All right. No, shut the fuck up. All right. Hey, wait, no, dude, shut the fuck up. Bro, okay. Yo, fucking, dude, all right, shut up. All right. Shut up.
Welcome to SoCal D&D.
Hey, fucking, look, all right, dude, fucking, all right, it's you and me, all right? Fuck, bud, it's BlackwaterDnD. Shut up, all right? It's BlackwaterDnD, the show where fucking good friends play better D&D. And that's earnest.
Wow.
I thought of that before I started doing the bit. I'm like, no, I like it. That makes my heart warm. And I'll be SoCal fucking shit kicker redneck.
I love that you went bit
so hard on the bit.
Oh my god.
Wow. Welcome
I'm
to
champing at the bit, baby.
Sean, welcome back to the table.
It's good to be back.
Yeah, okay, wow.
We're here. We're fearful.
Welcome to Campaign 2, everyone. This is the energy we're bringing to the table. I am going to jump in with some announcements.
It's been 10 weeks.
Yeah, it's been a time since Sean's played D&D.
Right.
The rest of us have played.
Got it all built up inside.
Wow. Okay, so
I've got a backlog.
Okay, so I'm going to acknowledge tonight that we are streaming from the traditional, ancestral, and unceded territories of the Coast Salish, Stolo, Semiamu, Kwantlen, Sawasin, and Musqueam First Nations. While our characters play in a world that Tim has created, we are honored to live and play on these lands tonight. A big thank you to our sponsors and partners. We are proud to be sponsored by Syrinscape because epic games require epic sound. We are also using Epidemic Sound for this fantastic campaign as well. We are partnered with Legend Keeper. This is the ultimate world building tool created by DMs for DMs. It is fantastic. Tim has been building this entire campaign in Legend Keeper. Tim, what do you like about it?
Okay, so what I really love about Legend Keeper is that when you put a map in, you can drop like little pins on the map, and then you can expand those to fill in the information about like different towns and cities, and it's very useful.
That's really lovely.
Tim, what don't you like about it?
Yanis, I'm legally not allowed to say.
We love you, Legend Keeper. Just
type exclamation point, Legend Keeper in the chat for more info. Our Campaign 2 mini sponsor is MTM Printworks. MTM Printworks is your one-stop shop for all your tabletop mini needs, from fantasy to western to sci-fi and modern. MTM has everything you need to take your table to the next level. You can type exclamation point MTM in the chat for more info. Our minis are here, and they're painted. Adam and I had a wonderful time painting minis over the Christmas break, so if we get to combat tonight, you will see them. They're delightful, and we'll post pictures over the course.
That's canon.
So much kissing. Someone else we'd love to kiss completely consensually is our campaign artist, Tiana Kovacevic. Her art is everywhere, all over the channel. You know it, you love it. You can find her at miss._Marston on Instagram. We love her so much. And Tiana is hopefully going to be joining us in studio next week, which is amazing. So she'll come and be here for us, and you guys can meet her. It's the best. We're also proud to be sponsored by Familiar Dice, one of the most fantastic artisanal dice makers around. Sean is going to open his set tonight.
New set.
First time.
Haven't
seen it. First time. Very excited.
I'm really excited about the mouthfeel.
Robin, the fantastic patron that we have been working with, was live in studio with us for our prologue episode, and there was many natural 20s rolled, so it was a very good sign for us to kick off the campaign. Robin, we adore you. You can type exclamation point dice in the chat for more info on that.
Hi, it's me, your friend, Adam Lucas. I'm here to tell you that we have a Discord and we have a YouTube. If you're viewing this for the first time and you're like, where do I watch all of the rest? There is a catalogued YouTube for viewing pleasure, and our Discord community is also one of the best places on the internet to hang out, so come find out for yourself. A big thank you to everyone who subscribes to us. Your subscription means a lot and helps us continue doing this content that we love making. You can also sub with your Amazon Prime. If you have an Amazon Prime account, you can get a free Twitch sub every month, but those do not roll over every month. So if you have a Prime sub and you want to Prime sub to us, you got to check every month to make sure that that is continuing, so don't forget to re-up. And we are really, really thankful to have you here, even if you can't sub. We just appreciate your eyes watching this D&D that we love to create and do and have fun together. You showing up week after week, telling your friends about the show, we appreciate it all very much. We are very grateful to our community. It's a really awesome community, and I think it's the best. We couldn't have done any of this wild stuff without you all.
No way.
And while we're at the table tonight, unfortunately, we will not be able to shout out raids. So I'd like to take a second to the channels and streamers that have supported us immensely over the first campaign and our interim campaign and have been so wonderful to us. Thank you for everything. Our community is much richer for having you in it. If these folks and other folks turn up tonight, please, viewers, welcome them, give them all of the love, and make them feel as welcome as you make everyone else feel welcome. So, thank you.
So a fun little thing that I'm doing is I am in a sweet little podcast called The Department of Variance of Somewhere, Ohio. It is wherever pods are cast. I play Scarlet Jaunt, a tough as nails but squishy on the inside femme who is really just trying to keep shit from falling apart. So I'm super proud of this thing. I think episode 7 is coming out this week. So yeah, so please go take a listen. It would mean a lot to me. I retweet it all the time on Twitter, so you can go find it there. It's pretty awesome. And you may have noticed that we are playing live in the studio. Wow, holy
That's
bananas.
what it is.
That's it. That's the different thing, right,
Yeah,
Sean?
I was like,
yeah.
I can smell.
That's the difference. We are being hosted here in this amazing studio by the wonderful folks from QuestlineDnD. They are connoisseurs of all things nerdy. As you folks already know, they helped us put together our finale, and then we're like, well, gosh darn it, we like this so much, let's just keep doing it.
What if more, though?
What if more, though? So they have an amazing actual play D&D campaign called Ready to Roll. You should go check it out on their YouTube channel at QuestlineAFL on YouTube to see how D&D is done. It's delightful. You can type !Questline in the chat for more info. A big thank yous to our crew tonight. Roz, Trevor, and Tony are in the studio, and we love them. Thank you for believing in us and partnering us to bring this campaign to life. Also, thank you to some very special folks here at Questline who help us out on a regular basis, including Kevin Fung, Tim Rutherford, and Sam Carganelli. We love those wonderful folks very much. If there are any Questline folks in the chat right now, we love you too, and thank you, and welcome to part of our community as well. Thank you for being so welcoming to us. And if you're like, hey, where can I see these episodes? And you're like, why aren't they on Blackwater's YouTube? That's because they're on Questline's YouTube, so go follow them there. You will see beautiful, fantastic, all of this stuff will be over there as well. So, our first prologue episode will be up on YouTube shortly if it is not there already, and in 2 weeks. We are very, very excited to announce that we'll be airing the first of a trilogy of interlude episodes that we played with the amazingly talented Christian Navarro, which we recently wrapped filming. Christian joined us virtually from LA, and we picked up immediately following the prologue episode. So if you're tuned into that and you're wondering tonight when we start playing, wait a minute, why aren't we picking up exactly from when all those swords were thrown into the room? Well, you're just going to have to wait and see, because we have 3 fantastic episodes of D&D.
I'm not even playing Esper anymore. He died. It was good.
Surprise!
Wild TK.
That's a wild
imagine?
Real sunk cost on all the character arts.
We gotta roll with that.
We're
Shout out
So
to Family Guys.
We
That was
are
my bad, guys. My bad.
we are releasing episodes on January 23rd, February 6th, and February 20th. So we hope you come join us for those. We are also very, very fortunate to be joined by the uber talented Cody as well, who got to join us from LA, and we got to meet their characters. We fell in love with them. We hope you are going to fall in love with them too, with art by Tiana and all of that kind of good stuff. And then we are working on schedules for when Christian can come and join us live at the table, which is going to be so splendid. We had such a fantastic experience with him and love him immensely. And we're hoping to align it with some other very fun things that we have in the works. So stay tuned to wait to hear about that.
I also, if you want to get a sense of these characters a little bit more,
Yes.
we all worked a little bit, but I think Emma's put a lot of hard work into putting it out there. Is we have released all of the Spotify playlists for our characters. So if you're like, hey, I like that character, I want to get a better vibe on that character, we have Spotify playlists for each character that represent the characters really, really well, and Em worked really hard to release those and catalog those. So
I don't know about anybody else, but mine ended up being a little hornier than I thought it was.
Yeah, we could tell, Sean.
mine too.
Yeah, right? It's up on you. You're like, oh.
Oh no.
I learned a little bit about myself.
Mine is deeply grime, like UK grime, so it's like it
Mine too.
starts there. It just starts there, dude.
Mine too.
It's great. Lennon, you wanted to say something about your channel.
Oh, yeah. I stream Valorant on Wednesdays,
Yes.
Thursdays,
Yes.
Friday, Saturdays,
That's true.
Sundays. And then
Get out of here. Mondays and Tuesdays can get fucked.
Mondays
Everything
and
else,
Tuesdays.
Valorant time.
everything, pretty much, yeah. Pretty much.
So if you don't follow Lennon, you absolutely should. You can type !Lennon in the chat to find a whole bunch of info about her and where you can find her streaming. It's delightful. And if you don't follow her, like, what rock are you living under? Please go do that right now. Okay, it's time, everyone. Grab your tissues. Grab your spider milk. I can't wait for when we come across spider milk for the first time in this
I
campaign.
don't think we're going to.
And
No, it's done. That's
That's it?
Spider-Milk's, well, Clack died, so it's
shut up, Tim! And grab your best friends. Whether you are new with us tonight or you have been with us for ages, thank you so much for your support. It is through community that we can make amazing things happen. We love you immensely, and thank you so much for hanging out with us at our table. We hope you feel super, super welcome here. Buckle your butts. Campaign 2 officially begins. Trevor, roll the clip! Roll the clip!
Hello.
Oh, hey, nice
I tried to rearrange my tabs.
Episode
and I
one-
shouldn't have.
Episode 1 is starting with a real energy. and I
Great.
love it.
So, last we left off. Well, the last thing we saw of our adventurers, Esper, Shy, Rosie, and Thistle, they were heading out to sea with Captain Duncan Crabbe aboard the Mist, being tossed a handful of swords for something had attacked the ship. An arrangement made in desperation as Shy and Esper were being chased out of the city of Ellery by an angry mob, bumping into Rosie and Thistle, who had emerged recently from a tree after being lost in a distant forest. But elsewhere in the city of Ellery, we find ourselves in a beautiful dormitory room. At Dulkirk College. Empty save for two figures sitting across from one another in a large wingback chairs in front of a small hearth. Mark,
Yeah.
can you describe yourself, please?
Yeah, so like, you see like this, like quite a young man, like 19 years old, with just like really good hair, like it's blonde, and like just like real wispy poo stash. Like he's dressed so well, like he looks fucking fit, but he's also like kind of chubby. Like not chubby, but just like, you know, like he hasn't quite grown into his chin. And like he's just like fucking like a nice like purple like jacket. It's like tailored. It's nice. It's like it comes up above the butt, you know? So like you can see his like butt. Like, and that's really good. And yeah, it's just like really good clothes. And it's like a lot of purple and like creams. Yeah.
Amazing. Mark, you sit across from your father,
Yeah.
Bert Dwyler.
Yeah.
Similar looking, but older.
Yeah.
Definitely more weathered and a
Absolutely.
little punchier.
Absolutely.
I would say.
It's like Squirtle. Blastoise.
Blastoise. I hate you.
Final evolution.
It's the French one. Blastoise.
He pours a glass of imported gin, Falrick's finest, sits on the table between you. All of your possessions are packed and have been loaded into the carriage to take back to the family estate in Azura.
Yeah.
Marky,
Mate.
my boy.
Mate, my dad.
We've done so well here at Dulkirk.
Mate, I couldn't have done it without you. Like,
I know.
I'm in the books, mate. I'm looking at the words, and I'm in the tests, and I'm scribbling it down, mate. It's like A, B, C, and I'm like, A for dad, you know? B
Because
for
I'm an
dad.
A1 dad.
A for dad, B for dad, C. It's all for dad, mate. Like, where would I be without you? Like,
Please.
in a fucking tissue, you know? And like, I appreciate that. Like, I know you had
You've
a lot.
grown so much.
Mate, I used to be so small.
You were tiny.
I was tiny, mate.
When I left you here the first time,
Fucking, mate, I'm like,
big.
I'm, like, yeah. I feel big. I'm ready.
But Mark,
Yeah, I'm ready.
you are ready to see the world.
Yeah, it's my time. You had your time. Your time was adventure. And now
It's your time.
it's Mark's adventure time.
Exactly. I've made some arrangements, son.
Absolutely. I really appreciate that, Dad. Because, like, I don't like sending letters. Like, I just think it's stressful.
No,
So, like, the fact that you set that up, you're like, it's really good.
on it. I've arranged a ship for you, the Kipling. It will take you to Taywin. I've got a little surprise waiting for you. I've got rooms set up for you with the Wild Oats in.
Mate,
And there's a little surprise waiting for you there.
you're the wild oats.
With the Wild Oats.
That's where you...
That's where I started my journey. Before you come and
Mate,
clock with me
mate.
at the Sovereign Shipbuilders,
Uh-huh.
I want you to see the world. It's the best thing I ever did.
The world.
The world.
Yeah, you did that.
Yeah.
Come here, you... Come here, mate. Yeah. Fucking tuck into there.
Come in with a big dad hug and squeeze. It gives you a nice hard squeeze. Now, let's finish this.
Yeah, mate, can you carry this? Yeah, thank you very much. It's, because it's heavy.
Yeah, it's your roommate.
Yeah, just fucking fuck off.
He kind of starts like loading. Your roommate is like, okay. He's like starting to load stuff out. He's a first year.
Yeah.
And you finish off drinking this bottle of gin. It's a fairly large bottle of gin.
Yeah.
And you just cut loose with your dad. Tradition.
Yeah.
He brings out some cigars. And he regales stories, which you've heard hundreds of times of his adventures all across the world. You lap it up.
Dad, you know what I'm gonna do? Gonna leave my mark on the world.
I like to think I left my mark on the world.
Oh, Dad.
And you spend the rest of the evening with him. He stumbles off after a while. He's quite drunk. He heads to his rooms. And in the morning, the ship is waiting for you in the harbor. You get loaded up. The captain, Bellany Brand, brings you onto the Kipling. And you set sail for Taywin. It's a fairly long journey, about 3 weeks. And you're kind of taking it all in. They've been instructed to kind of give you some basic sailing lessons, essentially, as you go. Yeah, and I'm gonna have you roll I want you to roll a charisma check.
Oh, easy.
To see how well you believe you've done in these lessons.
Just how much confidence I have.
It's essentially a performance check.
Yeah.
I want you to roll me a performance check, please.
This is my first time too. Look at our familiar dice.
Robin, thank you.
Set of dice that I'm planning to get very familiar with. Mouth-wise.
Half of us have rolled natural 20s as our
No
first
pressure,
roll on these dice. You swing it one way or the other.
Oh, there's a lot in this box. I'm like,
Oh yeah.
oh, motherfucker's got a stamp. Like a wax stamp?
Yeah.
I'm horny for wax stamps. Always. And it's in a little drop.
Too many.
Oh my lord.
She's shiny. She's purple. Oh, and there's stuff in.
Oh, here comes the cam. Here comes
Cam,
the cam.
dice cam.
Where do I-
Dice cam.
Whoa!
I'm not sure you can't see it. Maybe not. But there's fucking doilies in the dice.
There's lace. There's
There's
lace in
doilies.
the
Yeah,
dice.
there's lace in the dice.
Oh my god.
It's in the dice.
Okay, here we go.
Oh my
I'm gonna roll it. Charisma check.
Come on.
Let me double check what I'm gonna add to it. You gotta know these things.
A performance check.
Performance check?
Yep.
Okay, absolutely. Whew, no pressure, big whammies. 2. Okay, that's an 8.
Okay.
Roll a 4. Good start.
You
Day 1, baby.
You're not-
You start low. It's most improved.
You're not really getting the hang of sailing. Sailing is not really your thing. You are. It's new to you.
Yeah.
And but you're enjoying yourself. But you definitely you're not there yet. But you feel confident in how you've passed off.
Sailor sails.
And the journey continues on fairly uneventful. It's a relatively small crew. There's about 7 of them. As the second week kind of wears on and you're getting relatively close to Taywin, you're probably a couple of days out, a storm rolls in. And the ship begins to list and roll in that, like, it's nighttime, you can hear the rain outside. You're having a hard time keeping your food down. I need you to make a Constitution saving throw for me, please.
Oh, yeah. Constitution saving throw. Okay. So 5?
So you.
It's off. It is.
Good dice. Good dice.
I rolled a 3.
Like,
I rolled a 3.
So
it's
no matter
going
you
down.
are actually in fact going down.
We are going down. Day 1. You know, it's most improved at the end.
Well, you gotta
of
hit
the
those
night.
natural ones quickly, and then you
we
climb.
up from there.
you feel awful, and you stumble out of your quarters down in the lower decks, and you just manage to make it up onto the top deck as you grab onto the sides and heave over, and you just throw up all over the ocean. And you see something a little ways in the distance kind of glowing. It's probably about 50 feet from the ship.
50 feet from the ship. Can I make it out?
You can try.
All right, yeah. Not swim out. Can I see it?
Oh, you
with
can
my
see it.
eye?
Oh, yeah. Make a perception check. Make a perception
I'm not just
check.
gonna
I thought you were
jump
just gonna
overboard.
jump in and swim.
There we go. Okay. Plus perception.
Bounced for a little bit.
Yeah,
I wasn't
It's
sure where it
got
wanted to go.
spice. 21.
21.
Ooh.
You see
I got it where it counts.
a humanoid figure swimming, treading water. It looks like they just emerged from the water. And you can see, like, kind of from the glow of them, you can kind of make out a few other figures as well. It looks like around them.
Oh, fuck, we learned this. Over the boat. Over the boat. We're over the boat.
Watches one of the halflings, Chauncey Willems, runs up. He's like, "What? What
Over
is
the
it?
boat.
What is it? Where?"
There's a
Show me.
boy in the
Show
boat.
me.
Boy in the boat.
He's like below the deck line. He's like, "Lift me!" You like lift him up, and he looks out. Yes, Captain Brand, Captain Brand. And you watch as the ship kind of pulls as like Captain Brand. You can see she spots it right away, and the whole ship kind of turns as a large wave comes. You lose view of them, and then it dips again, and you see them as the ship careens towards these figures. As they pull up, I need all of you to make strength saving throws for me.
Oh,
Oh
boy.
no, that's not.
Can I have this advantage because I'm a strong swimmer?
Yes.
Yes.
Can I guidance myself?
Yeah. No, it's a saving throw. So
That's not.
That'd be
I can't.
resistant.
I can't guidance myself.
I'm not on a saving throw.
That is a.
I love the idea.
Okay.
No. Take it.
15.
Take it.
Yeah, I'll take that one.
You get
so that's
advantage,
gonna be- I know, but I'm gonna roll it again. I'll take the other one. So that's 15 for me.
15.
5.
Oh boy.
Okay.
Oh, the tree can't swim.
But I do float.
Let's float.
Sorry, I have to get into the.
What was
Oh,
the
yeah.
raw roll?
Do you need the password?
No, I have the password. I rolled,
I'm not gonna whisper it to you.
Boobs.
No, I remember.
It's not
Boobs.
that.
69.
80085.
Yes.
69 420.
Boobs.
Oh my god.
So-
Oh.
Yeah.
Someone was having fun.
Somebody
with
was
the tablet.
playing on the tablet earlier today, and it wasn't you. Just roll me a d20.
Oh, I got a 3.
Yeah, okay, great. So that's a failure. So as you kind of you emerge from the water and you kind of just manage to get your bearings because you're a strong swimmer, you see the ship kind of coming right towards you. Even though in the darkness of the rain coming down, it's moving very quickly, but you see there is kind of a net on the side, and you instinctively grab for it, and you see Esper beside you kind of reach out and grab onto it as well, and you hear kind of a dull dunk as it slams into Thistle, and Thistle kind of spins out, and you see Rosie is clinging on to Thistle and isn't able to grab the net.
I'll be right back. And so I dive off
Let me know if you need help.
and I go to grab Thistle, pulling him and Rosie back towards the boat.
Okay.
Tim, it was a 2 because I have a -1.
Okay, great. Even better. So you are barely hanging on to Thistle as it is. You missed the ship completely. You're barely hanging on. You go to grab the two of them. I will have you make an athletics check for me.
Can I guidance here?
Yes, because it's a check.
Guidance.
Good. Okay, so that's a plus for athletics. That's gonna be a flirty 20.
Okay. So you manage to grab both of them, but you are holding both of them, and you start swimming them back towards the ship. But the ship is moving relatively quickly.
Can one of you throw me a rope or something?
Yes, of course.
Yeah, you throw it.
I'm gonna grab the rope and I'm gonna like wrap my arm into the side netting and I'm just gonna toss the rope out.
Yeah,
almost
he's
like a whip.
Chauncey's like thrown it over, and he's wrapped it around himself, and he's running around the mast to kind of keep it tight. And you
I would
see-
grab onto the rope that Esper threw over.
Nice.
Yeah.
You see a large, like as you're kind of doing this, a very large, all white-haired minotaur kind of comes out from down below. You know this as Hod Maxidus, the first mate.
Hod Maxidus?
Hod Maxidus.
Hod Maxidus.
As he like comes out, you can see kind of a large chain wrapped around one of his forearms, and he's shirtless. And he reaches over and puts a hand on you, Esper, and kind of like pulls you up onto the deck with the rope. As you kind of both pull around, you feel the rope kind of land on you, and you manage to kind of tie it around, and you're sort of strapped in. You're holding them as you all. I'm gonna have. Are you helping them at all? You just
No.
watching that?
What I would do is because I can breathe underwater, I would swim down and push up.
Okay,
So
great.
to help give them advantage to get up onto
I'm gonna
the
have Esper. I'll have you make an athletics check at advantage, and Hod is also helping as well. So.
I have a question, and feel free to say no to this, but I have a feature called Whispers of the Grave, which I got when I landed in the water,
Yeah.
and it gives me proficiency in one skill every day. I get to change it.
Oh, cool.
Could I have just had
Yeah.
the ghosts be like, "You got this now"?
You need this.
Yeah. So I'm gonna have proficiency in athletics for
Cool.
this check.
Nice.
For the rest of the day, essentially. What's it? Proficiency plus 2. So just plus 2. 17.
17.
Yeah.
So yeah, you watch as you like as you pull, you feel Hod is also pulling as well, and you're pushing from underneath, and you manage to get Thistle and Rosie out onto the ship, and you climb up behind them on the rope as the ship kind of swings around and sails back on course to where it was going, and as the rain's coming down.
I think, Mark, you would see as Esper's like pulling on the rope, you would see like this faint after image of another pair of hands grabbing the rope behind him like each time, just like seemingly pulling a little bit, giving him a bit of extra strength on the pull.
Gross.
As you see these soaking wet figures now lying on the deck, would you describe yourselves
I'm
toward
new
your
here.
friend Mark?
I'm new.
So we'll start with you, Esper.
Yeah, you would see a handsome man, like about 6'3", 6'4", beard, really well kept beard, tight cut hair. You would notice his waterlogged boots are like the one part of his clothing that are like really nice, but they're quite waterlogged right now. But you'd see also the tips of his fingers somewhat ethereal, like not quite solid,
Cool.
like this bluish kind of afterglow. And he would be making an expression that his friends probably haven't seen him make, where he's just like kind of pissed off, like he looks kind of annoyed, and he's like, yeah, dripping with water. You good?
Yeah, I'm all right. You okay?
Yeah, I'm fine.
Yeah, okay, everyone's good. Sitting next to, not sitting, standing, pacing at this point, going around to make sure everyone's okay, wringing out almost just a curly mop of white hair tinged with pink at the end with a couple braids coming down. You see a blue-skinned femme, Triton woman with big webbed, like frilled ears. And she looks quite young, like probably early 20s, and she looks like the shit's been beat out of her. She has like, her nose has been broken a bunch of times. There you see like a scar over her eye. She's got wraps that are waterlogged, but they are stained with blood. And she's got kind of like a little bit of like an upturned nose. She looks small and scrappy. And she is going around, make sure everyone's okay. She does not look bothered by the water in the slightest. And she goes over to Rosie and he's like, "Are you all right? Are you okay?"
Yeah, I'm good.
Yeah.
You'd see a half-elf woman. She's pretty short. She's looks pretty young too. She's long, ginger hair with like bangs. She's I think just in her like skirt, like purple skirt with her like I guess ropes and stuff on top, and then she has her. She's trying to dry out her journal. But she has.
Oh, devastating.
Yeah. She's just kind of hanging. Yeah.
And then you would see like a large older man, sort of. His age would be hard to place. Probably in his like 50s. He's got sort of gray hair, shoulder-length gray hair. He's got a gray sort of goatee, not a full beard, like a goatee that's sort of braided down past the chin. And he's wearing armor that is made of wood, but it's like how someone would make armor if you read about armor. Like there's not quite an understanding of like how armor should actually look. It's like he's heard of it, seen it, and then attempted to make it.
Nice.
And he would be sort of laying on his back, staring up at the sky.
Oh, that was quite exhilarating. Just like flotsam in the pool.
I mean, it's a good thing you float. Goodness.
That is the word for it.
You hear the raven too, like
Oh, sprig.
Yeah, you'd see
Sprigs,
this
kind of like
giant white raven come and land.
And as the blue Triton woman looks around, you place where the glow that you've seen. You see patches on this woman's back, on her arms, kind of creeping up onto her face. It almost looks like scales that are reflective, and they are like, as the concern shifts on her face, you see that the patterning of glow starts to change on her body as well, kind of rippling through the scaling.
I'm sure I don't mean to alarm you, but you're glowing.
I'm sorry, what?
you're
What?
good.
you
Which-
see the Minotaur kind of steps forward, and you can see the like other Chauncey has his hand on his knife,
Yeah,
kind of
I got
standing
it.
just
I got
behind.
a hand on a knife as well.
And Hod isn't like, he doesn't have any weapons on him other than the chain around his arm. And
weapons on
well,
him.
you can see like on the chain, you can kind of hear him as he's standing there. The like the ends of the chain have these like iron balls on them that are kind of softly clacking as he's looking at you.
Thanks for the assist.
Are you pirates? Just you gotta say, you gotta tell me if you're a pirate.
Patrick Wilbur.
I think we've worked
Just
for
answer
pirates.
the
We
question.
recently worked for pirates, but they fucking betrayed us. We had to work for them.
We're not
Classic
pirates.
pirate. Classic
We're not-
pirate.
Yeah, it's,
No,
it's
it's
like
a
fucking
classic pirate
pirate.
move.
And I tell you, I will have Duncan Crab. I will fucking have him.
You hear from up at the wheel, Duncan Crab.
Yeah, I'm gonna. Shy? I'm gonna
Hod, take the wheel.
have him.
You watch as Hod kind of heads up, takes the helm. As Bellany Brand steps down, you can see she's a tall, kind of lithe woman, very muscular. You can see she's got like dark hair, kind of wrapped up in like a beautiful like red silk headscarf. You can see she's got like dark olive skin as she walks through, and a large kind of scimitar at her hip. Duncan Crab.
Yeah.
He fucked us over.
Fucking.
He abandoned us on an island, and
Oh, what happened to honor amongst thieves? Yeah.
There is no honor amongst thieves.
Well,
I mean, to be
Apparently
fair,
not.
he did us one solid and then fucked us over.
yeah, he did us a fucking solid too. Like he didn't need to.
Thank
do
you
that.
for picking us
Yeah,
up.
thanks for that. Also, if you have an enemy in Duncan Crab, you got a friend in me.
I think every sailor in this sea has an enemy in Duncan Crab.
Is he that right of a bastard?
He almost killed Bandy Muck. And she points down at the lizard folk kind of scrambling down the mast. You can see kind of like orange scales.
Bends him up, just so you know. I'm gonna put a fucking blade in him.
I'm still regrowing my tail.
Oh, it's coming in nicely.
shit.
Looks great. Yeah,
Still a bit of a nub.
I see that. Yeah.
We're gracious for you picking us up out of the water.
Yeah. Thanks.
May I ask where y'all are headed?
We're taking him to Taywin.
I'm a hero, and I'm starting my adventure to go to the Wild Oats Tavern and gonna take it from there. Yeah.
I'm
don't-
sorry, you're what?
I don't want to be.
My name's
But
Mark
he said
Dwyler.
he said he
I
I heard.
look. I didn't want to like humble brag or anything, but I did. I was the one who spotted you off the boat.
I
But when you went overboard, I was
appreciate that. Yeah.
that was me, and I couldn't help but notice. May I? And I'd like to reach out and touch your book and cast prestidigitation to dry it off. It's important, you know, that it's not just the big, grand gestures. heroism.
It comes in small packages.
It's,
Yeah.
it's every moment.
Yeah, absolutely.
I wake up and I say,
I reach over and grab Shy's hand.
You just
moment
feel.
by moment. Absolutely.
Well, Thistle, weren't you like looking for an adventure or not?
I was, and
Yeah, and I feel
seem
like-
to have found a hero.
I feel like heroes. But can I ask? Because what you did was very heroic, especially with that little book. Very heroic.
Yeah.
But to call yourself a hero, can you do that before you go on the adventure? Is that like something you can just kind of like claim? I'm just
believe
curious.
that
I don't know much about
I believe
heroism.
that heroism is in great deeds,
Right. Yeah.
but it's also in great minds and great hearts. And I've got a really good
He's got a good point.
Look, listen.
and a good point. Thank you, mate. Mate, I didn't catch your name.
Thistle.
Mate. Mark Dwyler. Absolute
His
pleasure. meeting
handshake
you.
is really strong.
Thank you. That's a
You see
training.
Sprig is like kind of hops over as well.
This
Nice
is,
to meet you.
Sprig.
Do I shake it? To you, mate.
It's just like pecking at your foot.
Okay, stop that.
Esper Declan, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
You would feel as he grabs your hand, it would be like uncomfortably cold.
Oh, I don't like that.
I'm sorry.
It's weird. You got a weird hand.
Yeah. Sorry about that.
Sorry, I forgive you.
Hey.
Mark Dwyler, you know.
I reach out and grab Shy's hand again.
Shy, like, it's almost instinctual. You see, like, she gives your clothes a once-over.
Mm-hmm.
She dries her hands. Shy,
I appreciate that. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Mark Dwyler.
it's nice to meet you. Is this your boat?
Yeah, I graduated from Elkirk College and then I took this boat.
Oh,
Sorry, I'm an Elkirk grad, so.
right.
Do I know Elkirk?
You don't know Elkirk? You know of Dulkirk. But you're not sure if they're the same
What
thing.
is? Yeah. What is the reputation of Dulkirk?
Dulkirk is like a, it's Dulkirk College for the gifted and, now I gotta find the name. It's, I can't believe it. I really want to get it right. Dulkirk College for the arcane and gifted. It's, you would know from your time, like you've spent a little bit of time in Ellery, and it's one of the like kind of staples of Ellery. Like there's the harbor and there's the college, and it's all boarding, like it's all boarding students, and it's like it's of a certain class go there. It's not just anybody gets into Dulkirk.
In the hand grab of Shy, I slip Shy the token, like one of my eerie tokens, and in her head, she would hear, "He's a boarding brat."
And you would see, like, because you know thieves can't, you just see as Shy's got one hand out towards Mark, the other one kind of slips behind her back, and you would see a sign of that, like, basically referencing that Mark is a fantastic name for someone with that much money.
Yeah, absolutely. I feel like the sign would just be like, "This is a mark," and just being
yeah,
like,
that would essentially be like,
yeah,
Mark's
and it's like a play on words
fantastic.
in thieves' can't.
Yeah.
Right, so you're not the captain, are you? You're just like a
No, I'm
client.
yeah.
Alright,
I'm like,
and which
like the VIP.
We're taking him to Taywin.
Taywin? Isn't that?
Weren't you supposed to go to Taywin?
Yeah, didn't you want to go to Taywin?
I needed to go to Taywin too, so this is quite.
I'm just kind of going.
That's great. I can't take you anywhere else. So.
No, that's fine.
Well, the fact that you're taking us to Taywin, we're very appreciative of. Thank you, because I know some captains would just. So thank you for that.
Go ahead.
Tim, I have questions about Captain Brand. MILF?
Yeah. Cool.
Starting that early, huh?
I was gonna roll for
It
hot,
never
but
stopped.
I'm not going to because she is.
Captain is a step down from Queen, but
Yes.
like
I
we
Pretty much everybody on the ship so far has been like, Hod is a babe. Chauncey is cute.
I put little goofy bud next to and a little heart next to
Yeah.
Chauncey's name because I really like Chauncey.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I will roll for hot on Bandy Muck. That's a natural one.
his nub does not do him favors.
No, poor boy.
No.
He was a
Like,
6 with a full tail, and now he's an ocean 2.
big underbite. It's like
An
not a good look on a lizard folk.
Oh no.
Do you have? What do you have to do in Taywin again? The school, right?
Here, go downstairs, get yourself some food.
Yeah,
Mark, can you
thanks
show
for
them where the
that.
galley is?
Yeah, absolutely. Right this way, please. And he offers his elbow
Oh, do I see?
to.
She's Rosie's just kind of staring at
Yeah, no
the
worries.
captain. just kind of like,
And the captain heads back up to the helm, and you see she kind of spells off Hod, and Hod heads back down behind all of you.
Sorry, Shy.
Yeah.
What are those? And I point to the knives.
Presents for you.
Oh, you shouldn't have.
No, I shouldn't have.
And I probably shouldn't have. Yeah, did you almost die for these?
Y'all fucking were gone, okay? Like, I turn around. No, I know it's not your fault, but then all of a sudden I'm by myself. I fucking, hit the paper to the ground, and then I had a second, so I got you some knives. Because I'm a good person on the inside.
Yeah, you're a very good friend, and I appreciate you.
Yeah, all right. Here, have
Thank
some
you.
fun with
And I
those.
try and take the knives. And
Are y'all just went? Was that like?
Oh, it was, I felt like kind of walking into a room that has a different, like, pressure in the air. It was just like a pop, and I was gone.
Yeah. I'm glad to see you. I thought. I don't know. I didn't think I was gonna make it out of there. So.
I'm very glad you
Yeah,
did.
you all look pretty rough.
Yeah.
This is the galley. That's what they call the food
Kitchen?
place. It's well, it's really cool because it's also food and you make it yourself.
Do you do that often?
Every day on the boat.
That's fantastic.
So settle down,
Do you mind?
take a leg off.
I'd be very interested. What's your, like, specialty?
Probably heroics.
Oh, no, sorry. I was meaning in, like, the culinary arts. What is your specialty? Like, what is a meal that you make that you're very proud of?
I serve a pretty fucking sick tea.
Oh, great.
Right.
Would you mind
Yeah.
serving a tea for me and my friends?
Yeah, absolutely.
Thank you very much.
Do you like it hot?
We'll take it anyway.
Yeah, absolutely.
I do like my tea hot. I prefer not cold tea, but
Yeah, absolutely.
thanks very
You
much.
should, mate. Absolutely. Mark. He's gonna go into the place where the cups are and like the water look over his shoulder and he's gonna fuck. He's stressed. He's gonna fucking warm up water with prestidigitation and then flavor water to tea with prestidigitation. Yeah, there you go, mate. Yeah. Cheers.
First.
I drink it.
Yeah, it's not hot. It's pretty warm, and it tastes like all tea. It's a vague approximation of whatever the mix is. So yeah, it's like slightly flavored, pretty warm water.
Thanks.
Yeah, bon appetit.
Yep. Okay.
We've just come from, we were stuck on an island for a while and then ended up in the water, so I'm wondering if we can perhaps, a space just to lie down for a little
Yeah.
bit would be fine.
Anywhere you want.
Like, how bougie is this boat, is my question.
It's a nice boat. It's definitely a nice boat. The galley is its own section in the hull of the ship. It's kind of at one end. It takes up probably a third of the hull in the lower deck. And so basically there's a cooking area, and then there's a table, and then there's a doorway, and then that the rest of the belly of the ship is there's hammocks and things like that. It's basically all quarters. So everybody's hammock is kind of on the other side of that door. And cargo and things like that.
Alright, I've got one more question for you.
Yeah, please, mate.
He's full of questions.
Full of questions. Very curious man I am. You dried her book off, yeah?
Yeah, I could try most things.
Are you able to tell if things are magic or not?
I mean, if I know
If they're magic, you know that they're magic.
it's magic, I
Kind
can
of
tell
like
you, yeah.
Kind of like if it's raining outside, you know that it's raining.
Look, mate, if I was outside and I knew it was raining and you asked me, is it raining? I'll say yes, because I'm a good mate.
Great. Yeah, no, I appreciate that.
It's a weird question.
No, it's a very weird question. I
Would
apologize.
you tell someone if something's magical if you knew it, or would you keep that a secret?
Yeah, I would. Yeah.
Yeah, we could tell you if something's magic, mate.
But only if you knew that it was magic before you...
I wouldn't fucking guess, would I?
That, honestly, very reasonable, very reasonable. I'm
Sorry,
gonna...
I lost my temper. That's
No, you're all good.
unheroic.
You're right, Matt. You're right.
No, look.
Oh my.
Is this your?
Do you have something? Because I can look at.
Yeah, I got these knives. That my
Let me
girlfriend
take.
Shy.
Let me take a look.
Why don't I help you? We look at them together, and we'll work together heroically to decide if these knives are magic or not. I was asking, do you have like a magic way of like being like, yes, this is magic? But if you don't, that's fine. We can just look at it together.
Rosie, Matt.
Oh, you do? Oh,
I can do that.
great. Are these magic?
Can I cast? What's it called?
Identify.
Yeah.
While they're doing that,
Yeah.
and we can resolve this after, Thistle would, unless you want me to roll for it, I think Thistle would cue in that Mark has no idea how to make tea, and he would sort of pull Mark aside, like back around the corner. We will do that after.
Yeah. Okay, cool. So you cast Identify.
Yes.
And you learn that they do have, they are magical. They are Dathian daggers. They're Dathian steel daggers. So they're considered magical. They don't add, like it's not a +1 or anything.
But they overcome resistance.
Yes.
Cool.
Yeah, they are considered magical. And you can tell as you kind of like cast a spell, you see that like ripple sort of appear in the steel that is very like a hallmark of Dathian steel. And you can tell they're like quite ornate. Do you have two of them?
I would be like, oh, he's going in the proper spot, and I'd pull my two like main knives out, and I'd then tuck them somewhere, and you would see his cloak open up, and you would just see like bandoliers in his cloak, and on his back just knives everywhere, and then I would put the two Dathian daggers in the like sheaths by my hip.
Nice.
Yeah, Thistle would kind of lead Mark sort of back around the corner.
Yeah, mate.
I don't mean to. I didn't want to embarrass you in front of the others. As I'm sure I have much to learn from you about heroics and adventures, but could I possibly teach you how to make a good cup of tea?
Well, you know, I did all right.
Oh yes, but maybe I can show you how I would do it.
Yeah, no, like you can do it, and then I can do it, and we can like compare notes, and that'll be.
That sounds fantastic.
You know, it's
yeah.
heroic.
Yes. Yeah. Yes. Yes. Small things, right?
Yeah.
Exactly.
And then details. Heroism is in the details.
I like that.
No one's ever said that
I
before.
really like that. Let me show you.
Okay.
And then Thistle would sort of, you'd see he'd bring a pot to boil, and he would add sort of some pine needles and some berries, and sort of brew like a very sort of like sort of spruce tip style tea, and then bring that around and sort of hand it out to everybody.
Can I just? Thistle will probably know not to put pine needles in a tea because pine.
Well,
is...
spruce tip.
Okay.
They are edible. Spruce tips are edible.
Pine is actively poisonous.
Not for a tree, dude.
We all drink it.
Relic, mate. Absolutely relic.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Are you abbreviating it to heroic?
What?
This is Adam asking angrily.
Did he stutter?
So this is your.
He memorizes it for prestidigitation.
A vague approximation of many things. As we would kind of be settling in after the experience in the galley, this is yours.
Well, no, I mean, technically, like, my father's name is on the lease, but that's also kind of mine. So, in a literal way, no, but figuratively, no. So...
Okay.
You would know that this is one of your father's ships.
Yeah.
He built It's a sovereign. It's a sovereign
What's the
ship.
name of the ship, sorry?
Sovereign Shipbuilders.
Is the name of the ship?
There's no, as the Kipling is the name of the ship. Sovereign Shipbuilders is Bert's company.
Dwyler.
I love that you're all writing. This is amazing. Okay, did you get that?
We all got our notes, Tim. It's not just me that takes notes anymore,
I
okay?
don't know how to spell sovereign, and my
Oh.
brain is going
Here.
bad.
Sovereign.
Yeah.
That's the thing
There's a
about
G
my
in there
notes.
somewhere.
Like nothing is spelt right.
Doesn't matter.
I
Doesn't
look,
matter, it's
I
only
look
for
back
you.
at this. I wrote down the first mate's name. I know last name Vale.
Hod Maximus.
No. From
Sheath. Yeah, I think so.
Yeah,
Vale.
Sheath Vale.
Chief Vale.
Could not get that from the first name. I have scrambled letters.
You don't remember the name Sheath?
So,
I
yeah,
just didn't
it's-
spell it right.
It's like my dad's boat, but I'm trying to, make it on my own,
Right. This is kind of like your first venture on your own before. Like, you've never...
Well, this is gonna be like I've been on boats before,
Can you swim?
like in water.
Yeah. Like
Yeah.
in water.
No, I've been in water. Like I've been in the water before, and it's like it gets everywhere, and like
That it does. Very
and
steep.
like it's
Okay, so there's another one I'm going to have to teach how to swim. God dang.
no. Look, I can swim
Okay.
in
So I'm just...
water.
Right.
Is there anything you can't swim in?
Yeah, like lava.
Yeah, no. That would be pretty impressive.
So,
eh? That'd be pretty
okay,
heroic
so-
if you could swim through lava.
This
Working
is-
on it.
This is
Alright.
kind of fortuitous. Rosie's got to go to Taywin to see the people from your temple, right? And
Yeah.
then I have to go to Taywin to go to the Vaitoma.
Where is Gideon Kincaid based again?
Gideon Kincaid is.
Excuse me.
Gideon, usually in Vermalhask.
Okay.
Like that's where.
So I would, like-
outside of there.
Like Taywin is a safe place for me to go, or is
Yes.
it? Yeah, okay.
Yeah. Vermalhask is part of another. It's like on
Cool.
the same island where the volcano was, but on the other side. It's fine.
Yeah, Taywin's nowhere near Vermalhask, so I'm great.
Well,
Okay.
I mean, maybe one hand gets to like scratch the other here, where like I'm meeting like my like heroic contact in Taywin, and you
Right.
all look like you don't have stuff. So like I've got like some rooms and boards at the Wild Oaks Tavern.
What
So
sort of
like
boards?
if you like like the rooms and the boards that you sleep on.
The boards.
Yeah, the
yeah,
boards
I
and then
see,
the
I see.
beds.
I think it means boarding. Like
No, I'm on
Right, so if you all like, because it's a lot of good heroes, they have like the good team, and so like you can't be doing me a solid because I haven't like built my team yet. But I'm not saying we become a team, but if you want to come along, like it'd be cool. I'd be like met these people
Are you paying?
on.
there- I was
Well, I'm
just gonna
saying
ask,
like
is
we
there
could share
remuneration?
my room and boards.
The room and boards.
Oh.
The room and the board.
The room that like yeah,
Just curious.
Yeah.
Would we all be sharing the one room, or would there be multiple rooms?
I'm pretty sure it'd be like a big.
It's one room, multiple boards. Room and board.
Like it's like a,
Oh, I see.
it's like a suite. So
And would, just out of curiosity, because I'm very appreciative of the room and also the boards, would there be like food and stuff included?
oh yeah, because like it's like it's food. Like people bring it to you. It's not a galley.
Okay,
Like-
so you...
He's never been hungry in his life.
No, he hasn't. So
Yeah.
you look like you've been to school and stuff.
Mhm,
Do you
yeah.
know anything about the Vaitoma Academy?
Absolutely,
Yeah, you
cunts.
Pretty much, yeah, that's
Every single one of them is a fucking cunt.
big rivalry between.
They
Daytona
fucking
and
cheat
Dunkirk.
at rowing. Like, what a fucking thing to cheat at.
But
I'm
I wanted to know,
unbelievable.
is it a good school?
No, it's for fucking shitheads.
Oh,
And the Elkirk, maybe the Elkirk's the school your brother should go to.
no, it has to be the Vaitoma. That's what
Yeah.
that's what my mama wanted him to go, and because she went there,
Right.
and they have
Don't hold it against him.
specialties in the magic that
Well, if he's not in it yet, then he's probably
I have the
fine.
I have the down payment for tuition, and I've got to go to get him enrolled in school.
But if you think about it, maybe this is a chance to get a man on the inside who can stop the cheating in the Rowan. If you get like a word in, you can be like,
Mate, you gotta consider your options here. Like, you're better off just
does Elka offer like arcane course?
fucking best, mate. Dunkirk's the best. Dunkirk. Sean is forgetting the name of his own proper noun.
Yeah. I stuck with Elka.
Yeah.
That's what you told
No,
me.
canonically it's Elkirk. Commit to.
Canonically, that's what you think.
I like the idea.
He wasn't supposed to be this dumb.
I like the idea that like similar to actual universities, you have like sub colleges. Elkirk is like the college that he went to within Dalkirk. So there's like Elkirk, there's B-Kirk, there's like.
It's you made the mistake the first time you said it, and now you're too.
You're too deep.
You're in too deep. You can't
Love it.
correct it.
That's just the situation. Fuck, he's got no out. Cool. Yeah. Because he doesn't know. Yeah.
Exactly.
Sorry, what? Yeah. No, mate, it's really good magic.
Right.
Like,
What?
and he dries, like, the drying cloth that got wet from doing these, like.
What? If you don't mind my asking,
Yeah.
you've been there and you've trained. What kind of magic do you do?
Do I do? Little this, little that. You know, just like.
I mean, like, are you someone who was? I don't have any magic myself, but are you someone who was like born with powers, or did you like learn them in books, or like?
Oh yeah, I love books.
Oh,
Absolutely,
so
yeah.
you studied that way. Okay, Adri was born with it, so maybe.
Oh no, it's like they take all comers. Like, I'm a book guy myself. I love them when the words get into your brain. It's good.
Right.
But like, if he's like a natural,
Yeah.
then you want to have that fostered in the right care,
Yeah.
and like
What I think.
not with them.
You would know too that Veitoma is like it's all sorcery. Like that's like it's
Oh,
sorcerer's.
yeah, like if you're born with like, yeah, you could.
Well, I think there's no harm in going to Veitoma
Yeah.
because we're on their way there anyway.
Yeah, and I mean, if I've got the down payment, and I can get it, and if I can get them to accept him in, then that's step one. That's good. That's on the it's on the
In
way.
Thieves' Cant, I signed the mark is a brick.
And you just hear you just get the like noted.
Okay, tell you what, you know, you playing hardball. I've got connections at.
The Veitoma.
That's the one. I've got connections at Veitoma. If you like, show up as my crew. I just like to make a good first impression. That'd be really good. Then I could like give your boy the in.
I mean, I'd appreciate any help with getting
I'm
them in.
very
'cause-
helpful.
Also, just out of interest, the rowing team,
Yeah.
they come from money, yeah?
I mean, yeah. Yeah, you know, like, not just anybody gets in.
And like, you would appreciate if the rowing team kind of got notched down a peg, yeah?
What?
What Esper's meaning to say is that if you don't like the people from the Veitoma,
Yeah.
and you're wanting to show them up, the Rowan team especially, you won't find a
That's
faster
the
set of hands.
kind of magic that me and Shai do.
Rowing? Oh.
I walk over to Mark, and
Romancers.
I walk over to Mark,
Flirty.
and I walk past him, and I am going to try and take something out of his pocket without him knowing.
Make a sleight of hand check. And what's your passive perception?
Not great. 12?
Right.
Oh, I got it. Okay. Sleight of hand is +5, so that is gonna be a 13. Just means it. Just means it. I rolled shitty.
So yeah, as
Very
you
good.
go, like the ship kind of hits a bump, like on a wave, and he sort of bumps into you as you're kind of walking by, and you do manage to nick something from him, but.
And I turn around in front and I go, "This was in your pocket."
Oh, yeah. What is it?
She pulls out. It's just like a little decorative coin that you carry with you.
Fidget spinner.
So if
Oh, effectively.
if that's something that I can do to you when a ship bumps, you know, if you're gonna be giving us.
Oh, no, I've got one too. Anyway.
God.
I lost an. I've got more in my room.
You know what? I'll keep this one
Now
just
he
in
goes
case.
back.
Excuse me. And like while Mark is out of the room, I look at everyone. Is it just me?
I know.
Or
he's
is he-
wonderful. He is a true hero. Exactly what I was
He's
looking
as thick as the sand you used to like
Yeah, but shy,
stop
so-
a gap.
That's a good thing, right?
No.
No.
So is his coin purse. I'm down
Yeah.
for this.
I've never seen someone with that much money
No,
in
but
my
you
entire life.
Can't steal
I'm not going to steal
No,
from
I'm
him,
not gonna
but
steal
you know,
from him,
You're
but-
part of his team.
Yeah, but having a rich man around is very beneficial for everyone involved.
But he's not going to stay around.
Thistle, I
So
know.
captain's up
I'm
above.
saying I'm not going to
uh,
steal from him. I'm saying keeping him around is a good thing for all of us.
I'm,
yes.
Thistle, well, all I'm
No,
saying,
not from.
Like,
No,
if I
you'd have to
sit
go
up.
out on the deck to see.
Oh.
Are you gonna go spy on the captain?
all I'm
No, I
saying,
just wanna look at her.
all I'm
fine.
saying
She's just pretty.
is that from what I gathered, I know that you're new to all of this, but what concept do you have of understanding money?
Yeah.
I understand money. You exchange it for
Yeah.
goods and services.
Yeah,
Wonderful.
so
So there are people who have a lot of it.
and there's some people who
Who
don't
have
have.
enough
any
I
of
don't
it.
have any money.
Yeah, so
Right.
like, but after a while, that will become a problem because you need to eat,
Yeah.
and to
I
eat.
mean, I don't, but yes.
Right, so that is a problem for us because we need to eat, and if we can't pay for
Put
money,
it,
like
put
the
it
goods
this
and
way,
services.
Thistle. The amount of money that I think his coat cost could have fed me and my family for probably 6 months.
Oh, that's a marvelous coat.
It
Yeah, it's
sure is.
Yeah,
It sure is.
Well, I say we go with the man.
that little token you stole—that's like a month.
Yeah, I know, and I'm gonna fucking have to give it back to him because.
Yeah, let's not steal from him. But I
No,
think
I was
keeping
trying
him
to
around.
prove a point,
No, I get
yeah.
this. You made a good point. And I
Thank
thought
you.
it was very impressive. But
Okay.
Yeah.
So wait, Rosie,
Teamwork.
Rosie, what do you think?
Rosie, you seem a little distracted. You've been a little wall-eyed since you come off of down on top of the ship.
No,
Is everything all right?
yeah, I'm good. Yeah.
Belly me bread. Oh, Captain Brand, it's nice to see you.
She's.
Make a deception check.
Yeah.
What do I roll
Very good at these
against
because I'm not deceptive.
Insight.
I'm very persuasive, but I'm not very deceptive.
Oh.
But it is a flirty 20 though.
What a fun duo will be.
yeah. We're the two sides of the charisma coin.
Oh.
And very much the two sides of that.
Is
accent
Mark
coin.
actually super smart and he's just got us all fooled?
That's why they train him at Dunkirk, baby.
Oh.
Espionage school. Went to Sky High.
Deep cut.
19.
19. You look behind. You don't want to. You're like, I know you're fucking with me, but you look. And she is not there.
So, okay.
Right, that's what I thought.
No, it's fine. She's very pretty.
Oh yeah, she's gorgeous.
Are you okay? Like, I know maybe that we can find the people from your temple.
Maybe? Yeah.
How close is your temple to Taywin?
It's not.
Yeah, it's a few weeks. It's a few
not.
weeks by the
It's-
road.
I was supposed to help them on the trip.
Right, and time frame wise,
We've
we've
only
only
been
been gone
gone.
for a short amount of time.
But if I can take a peek, like at I would have are we outside of Taywin? Are we like just outside? Are we like a week away? Like,
You're not sure. You're like
Open water.
you're open water, but like you could ask.
I c-
do you
you
want
wanna
to go
go-
ask?
Ask the captain. That's Taywin.
That's,
That would be very
sounds
useful
like a
for the whole
fantastic
group.
plan.
Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah. You go ahead.
are we? Yeah.
All right, so you head up to the top deck, and you see it's like the storm has passed, and it's a fairly quiet night. You can see the moon is starting to peek out behind some clouds, and the rain has stopped. And you head up to the helm. You can see it's just Captain Bellany Brand, and you assume Bandy is up in the crow's nest.
yeah.
But everybody else is downstairs, and you head up.
Captain,
Do you need something?
yeah, I was just wondering, how far are we from Taywin, if you knew that?
We should be about 3 days.
3 days. Yes. Yeah, cool. 3 days. That's all I needed. Thank you.
That's it.
Yeah, yeah.
Sorry, I didn't get your name.
Rosie.
Rosie.
Rose. Yeah, Rosie.
That's it. Just one name.
And
I'm just messing. You don't have to tell me your last name.
okay.
Are you all right?
I'm good, yeah.
What happened to all of you?
Well, we got, we had to work for the pirates.
Sorry, it's a porpoise.
We had to work for the pirates to get onto the ship so we could get away from the people that were chasing Shy. And then we had to, he told us we had to steal, even though we're on the ship. I don't steal, though. I've never stolen anything. But he said we had to steal, and then he wanted us to go to this island because he wanted to steal a boat, and he wanted us to poke holes in their boats. But I said just like one boat to poke holes in, so they
Kind of you.
yeah, because I didn't want. But then he left us there. And
What boat did he steal?
what boat did he steal?
Make a history check. See if you remember.
That's God, I haven't done math in so long. 12.
12. You think it was maybe the Dryad? You're not sure.
The Triad or something. They were mad. They were dragonborns.
Dragonborns.
Yeah. Whose boat it was.
Huh. Dathians?
Yeah. Yeah. And then there was
He's an idiot. Duncan.
oh. Maybe, yeah.
I would never. I wouldn't steal ships from the Dathians.
Well, then we were with them, and then because we had no ship, we had to find a way.
Sorry, I dropped it. It's fine. It's just a toggle.
Yeah. We were with them, and we had no way off because the boats were gone.
You were with the Dathians.
I think so. We were with. There was
Remarkable.
the captain, and then there was the two brothers, but one of them got like vaporized at the end of it, and then the island was just like really magic.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Well, I'm glad you're all right. I'm glad you made it out. Is there anything else you need?
No, that was it.
Find the galley all right?
Yes.
Mark make you some tea?
Yes.
Yeah. You should ask him to make you some wine.
I'll do that. Thank you. She's just gonna like kind of. She's gonna trip as she tries to walk away.
All right. Be careful. And you head back down to the galley.
3 days.
3 days. Okay.
I feel that kind of puts us in a weird timeline, doesn't it?
We're still a couple weeks out from when you need to be there.
Yeah.
But I mean, who knows? There could be some business in Taywin that keeps us there.
There could be good work in Taywin.
Work, yeah. I'll take any work.
Yeah, you would know it only takes about 2 weeks.
Yeah,
By myself,
yeah.
I'm sure
And we're
it'll be
well, like
fine.
3 days out. We've been gone for.
And you had been sailing for about 2-3 weeks.
So would we line up at that time?
Oh, we'd been on the ship for 2-3 weeks.
Yeah, you were on the ship for a few weeks.
Oh,
with
so we
Duncan
missed.
Bryan
I
before.
assumed it was a couple of
you,
days.
You probably missed them.
Missed. Fuck, they're gonna think I'm.
You're not sure though.
Well, let's look at least, right?
We can ask about.
They would know if
I'm
it's
sure there's someone
like
like
a
a
caravan?
contact. Yeah, I'm sure there's a contact that could send a message or something.
If there's nothing, I used to run. I was a messenger in a different city. So one of the codes when you're a messenger is that other messengers have to listen to you. It's a respect
Right.
thing for how low level you are. You just give each other that respect. So I can try and ask around.
Also, if someone is like running something or delivering something to that area anyway, we could take that on as a job, get a bit of extra
Yeah.
cash.
Take any coin because I don't know about you. I mean, I have coin on me, but I can't. You spend it. That's where I have to read.
I don't.
I know. I have like Tim.
How
So I have the coin that's in the little pocket dimension, and we've talked about how much that was.
Mhm.
For the folks at home, it's 1,500 gold pieces.
Yeah.
And sheesh. And then how much money would I have kind of on my person? Very little from.
Very little, because you didn't
I
even have money for a room.
Well, I wasn't going to
Ellery.
spend money on a room.
Yeah.
So maybe.
She
like,
did throw the fight.
Yeah, but she never. You weren't there to like.
No, I collected and then I ran.
Okay, I thought you put that was the 1500 you put in.
Because that would have been building up from all of the work I had done in Ellery. All
Yeah,
of
that the
So
1500 is all the money.
That's everything.
dang.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So I have
With
what is
pomades.
stuff that's earmarked for other things, but I have very little. So any work that I could do.
What would be good, yeah.
Just for like, how much would Rosie have on her?
You would probably not a lot, maybe 30 gold pieces.
Actually, I have starting equipment gold. Oh, actually. 70 gold pieces. Apparently, according to my character sheet.
Mark is going to come back,
That's my special gold, though. It's hidden somewhere.
having thoroughly searched his room. And he's like, yeah, I found it. And he's going to hold out his hand, and it's going to be there. Hold out for about 5 seconds, like, yeah, we both got one.
This is yours.
Yeah.
I was trying to. Put
No, I've got it.
All right. and it's great that we both. And if you need this
It's
one,
nice to have shared interests.
if
what
Mark,
about-
if you need this one for comparison later, it's right here with me, and
Yeah.
you just let me know, okay?
And right here.
Yeah.
It's just his pocket.
All right.
Do you want this one as like, because I've heard that having pairs is better.
No. No.
Yeah.
Anyways, sounds like we're all good. Cause like,
Yes, very excited.
yeah.
Yes.
Cause like, you know,
And your contact
Yeah.
will be able to provide heroic work.
that's exactly it, mate. It's like you do the first one and then word starts getting around, you know. You do good work.
Heroes for hire.
Exactly. You do good work, people start to notice, and then you start building like community. That's really important.
Well,
Yeah.
the quirky quintuple.
No.
No?
No. Names are important, and that's not it. I'm
I feel
sorry.
like that might be it, though.
Keep it. No. That's not it.
What was that?
I said, Team Mark.
This is good. This is good. I like Team Mark.
No.
Let's start. Look, I am making the contact, and then we're going to talk
Yeah.
about your brother. So just for 3
work-
days from now.
A
Mark.
placeholder, and then we work up.
Yeah, yeah.
from there,
Placeholder. Absolutely. Start with Mark. It rhymes, and we go from there.
Yeah. That sounds so great, Mark. Thank you. You've been very hospitable, and we're appreciative.
Hospitable. Can't spell it without. Oh, it's tired.
You can't spell it without able.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good.
And
It's tired.
It has begun.
Can I make an insight check?
Yeah.
That's one of my expertises is insight.
Okay.
To determine, is he actually a fucking idiot, or is this like a kind of air that he's
Ultimate
putting
level
on?
con.
Is he putting it
Yeah.
on for us?
Okay.
Yeah, it's
you
trying to
make
like-
an insight check against. You can
Passive.
make either persuasion or deception, your choice.
oh, active.
Yeah. I'll give you a chance here.
Is it dirty, flirty 20?
Hard to tell.
Oh.
So,
Woof, dear.
all right. So he does show you where like some other hammocks get. You can see Hod has strung up a few extra hammocks in the hull, and you all take.
For those playing along at home, that was one of the lesser-known feats of prestidigitation, where you can create a non-magical object for exactly 1 round.
Real quick.
Yep.
Look, it's right here.
And
I before going to sleep, I would go to Shy and be like, I think
Yeah.
the hardest part of this is going to make sure that he isn't gutted like a fish.
I mean,
But if anyone can do it, it's us.
I know. They're, for lack of better words, they're all kind of green. You know, I mean, granted, I don't know much about you, but you've seen the world a bit.
Been around, yeah.
Yeah, and they might not have language for that, but we can help navigate them for that. I certainly don't want
Yeah.
anything to happen to Rosie and Thistle. I don't make friends often, Esper, and I kind of have taken a shine to all of you, and I hate that for myself. So,
Thistle can turn into a giant cat and
Yeah,
a bear
he's
and
a-
shit.
yeah, he's
I
all
do
right.
worry about Rosie. I think Rosie also might get a knife in the stomach.
yeah, but she's gonna keep all of us alive, so we can't let that happen.
No, I know. We can't let any of that happen. We've got to
No.
make sure. Is Taywin known for its criminal element at all?
That's
like,
Oloren.
Not particularly, but there is there is an element of crime that has sort of risen as like because of the long winter that's been happening, and like things are scarce, like food is scarce. There's a scarcity everywhere, so there is just like crime has naturally sort of like filled in the gaps on a lot of that stuff. So there's a lot of smuggling and things like that. So that's kind of led to an increase in crime.
Right. So, well, when we get to Taywin,
Yeah, I mean, I was supposed to go to Taywin, but I ain't never been before.
when we get to
so-
Taywin, I'll make contacts. I'll spread the word around. Try and buffer it as much as possible.
Okay.
That's what I can do. That's.
I mean, if there's anybody running, and if there's anybody who's been to, I gotta be real careful. Because between you and me, shit, I can't. That was why I was worried when Captain Crab said they were going to Oloren.
Right.
I can't step foot in Oloren.
That's fair.
No, Esper, they'll kill him.
They'll kill your brother.
Yeah,
Is he in Oloren?
yeah.
Okay.
And I gotta get him out.
What has he done? Or what have they got on him?
You remember when I said, when you asked me on that very first day, tell me one of your deepest secrets, and you said you owe, and I said, it's not my fault, but I owe someone a lot of money?
Right. He's collateral.
Yeah. And that 1,500 isn't gonna come anywhere close to the amount that it is.
Is the 1,500 for your brother or for the college?
I don't know what I'm gonna do, but I gotta get him out of Oloren. I tried once and it went bad. And that's why they have him. I almost got him out. And I thought that my plan was to go to Taywin and to get the money for the school, to get him at least, say the second he arrives that he can get in here, because they'll keep him safe if he's enrolled, right?
Yeah.
At least that's what my mama said. That like when we were supposed to get everything together so that Adri could go to school, and that once he got to school they'd keep him safe. They would know what to do when he got there. She didn't say why, and she's been gone for so long that I've been doing this by myself. Everything was for him, and so I've got to get him to that school.
We'll figure it out. We'll be fine.
You ain't never been to Oloren, have you?
I've passed through. I bounced around a lot.
Yeah.
Avoiding certain places.
The Isle Sign have him.
Yeah, okay. That's not great. We'll figure it out. I got you.
Thank you. Please don't tell the others.
No,
I
I'm not
don't.
gonna say shit.
Yeah.
But we gotta look out for them.
Yeah.
You just see Spriggs.
Oh,
I would just put my arm out.
he's like pecking at the cupboards. He's like,
Okay. I'm like just fully like inspecting everything now. Can I do an investigation?
yeah, in the cupboards.
Yeah. The one
absolutely.
he's pecking at.
Yeah.
I pull out some jerky for Sprig as well.
Devours it.
Yeah. And I would just be like, and I would give him like a little scritch.
19.
Oh yeah, you open it and you can see there's like jars of pickled fish,
Less inside. Yeah. I crack open the jar.
and he just he just goes to town on one. He's just like pulling it out.
Sweet.
Looks like herring maybe.
Sweet. Between you and me, yeah. I crack open another jar and I put it down. I shut the cupboard.
He just he eats so much, and then you watch after. He's like, and he kind of passes out.
I take him up and I go take him over to where Thistle is.
My dear boy.
He lays on his back and I kind of pet his chest.
He's really full.
If a bird could burp, he burps.
This is fishy. It's fishy.
Yeah, he's been a good boy, so.
It's always a good boy.
How are you, Justin, things?
Oh, I'm having a marvelous time.
Oh, good.
It's been quite exciting.
Yeah.
I can't wait to go and adventure with our hero
Yeah.
companion. He's
Have you talked before about how you'd seen people kind of walk through around your family?
yes.
Did you ever see like heroes or something
I mean,
that you could like suss out?
now that you mention it, I never heard anyone refer to themselves as heroes
Yeah.
before Mark. But that must mean he's very heroic, correct?
I mean, there's a first time for everything.
I just assumed the ones who camped underneath me were heroes by the way they held themselves.
Yeah.
The scars, the intensity to the eyes. They were inspiring. Yeah. I see that. I see that in Mark. Untested maybe, but there is something there. There is a confidence.
Oh yeah, confidence in spades for sure.
Yes, and confidence is half the battle.
Yeah, sure is.
Well, when you go into a fight, do you doubt yourself?
Oh, that's because I know I'm gonna win.
That is just confidence in a different way.
That's fair, I suppose.
So, you have confidence as a fighter, he has confidence as a hero. If he is nearly as apt at being a hero as you at being a fighter, we are in for a marvelous adventure.
I look forward to seeing him prove himself.
Oh, it's going to be very exciting.
You know what? One thing I admire about you, Thistle, I think I noticed it back on the island, is that there is this wonderful duality with you. That you talk as if you've seen so much of the world, even though, from what you've said, you've been rooted in Spot for a long time, and then there is this worldliness to you. It's nice. It's nice to talk to someone who's also seen the world, but in a different way.
I would take her hands in mine, and I would look her in the eye, and I would say,
I have seen the sunrise and sunset thousands of times in a very small area. I know a lot, but I also know very little.
Yeah.
I am excited to see it rise on new vistas.
Yeah.
But I must ask,
Yeah.
this weird cloth thing that hangs here, how am I supposed to climb into it?
Oh, God's around. Let me help you. Okay, so when you're doing this, and like I spend the next like 10 minutes teaching.
he definitely falls out the first couple of
Yeah,
times.
and also I try
A few
because
times you see the other crew
I have
members.
a hard time with a hammock, and I'm a human. I've always been a human,
Yeah.
I
as
feel
far as I know.
like Shy starts trying to teach Thistle because she notices how he's like, while like poised, not graceful.
No.
So she's trying to teach him to be like taking the like,
There's an
flow
element.
of the ship.
There's an element to him where like he has joints that move, but they sometimes forget to bend. If that
He's very
makes sense.
stiff in the hand.
Yeah, like he'll get in and then he'll go too stiff and won't counter, and he'll just go right out again.
Okay, so you gotta like relax a little bit. Can you like just let go? Just imagine you're floating. No, less. Okay, we'll work on it. You're doing
It takes a while. Actually, make a dexterity check for me, please.
I believe in you.
Well, that's not what matters, unfortunately.
Well, maybe it is.
Check or saving throw.
No, just a check.
Just a check. That is a 10.
10. It does take you a little while. It takes you a couple hours to really get the hang of it and like get comfortable. But you do manage to get a rest in as you all.
I would go see Rosie.
Yeah.
Rosie, do you want to go up to maybe look at a pre-captain while we have a chat?
Is she still? She hasn't.
Oh yeah, she hasn't come down. Yeah. It seems like she's working the night shift today.
Great. We'll head up there, find somewhere on the deck that isn't occupied. So, from what I understand, your experience is pretty limited to the temple, yeah?
Not as much the temple. I just came to the temple recently, but I came from my town and then to the temple.
Small town,
A little bit,
pretty sheltered.
I guess so.
So, we're going to Taywin, which isn't like particularly known for its criminal element, but it exists and it has been growing of late. And you're great at what you do, but if I saw you on the street and didn't know you, I would be very tempted to rob you because you carry yourself in a way that suggests that you would be very easy to rob or to scam. So what I would like to do is kind of give you a crash course over the next couple of days on how to spot scams
Okay.
and how to keep an eye out for people who are trying to bump through and nip a coin purse or two. Also, you got my knife, yeah?
Do I?
Did I gave
She just dropped it.
Yeah. I gave Rosie a knife.
Yeah.
Yeah. Right, and you know which end to stick them with, yeah?
Yeah. She also has her. She has a little axe that she
Well,
takes
like a
with
full
her.
sword.
Yeah. I will say, in the streets, that little axe probably going to catch a couple of attention, a couple glances. A knife is really good because you can pop it in, twist it, and pull, and the person's going to go down, and they're going to look like they're drunk or asleep, and they'll slowly bleed out.
Axe in the streets, dagger in the sheets.
Exactly. Thank you, Mark.
I think it's the other way
No,
around.
wouldn't it be dagger in the
Dagger in the
streets?
streets and
Axe in the
sheets.
I prefer it my way.
Paper in the streets,
'Cause-
scissor in the
And
sheets.
here's the thing, Rosie.
Sorry.
Here's the thing, Rosie, is you're not the only one that I worry about. Now we've added Mark to the little group that we've got going. The dynamic. I've drawn a blank, and I'm quite embarrassed about that. But we're workshopping it. But Mark also kind of has that air about him where if I saw him on the street, I don't even think I'd be tempted. I would rob him so quickly, as seen by the fact that Shah was able to take that little token off him and he didn't even realise and then was too proud to admit that he'd lost it. I want you to help me if you can. Keep an eye out, yeah?
Yeah. My passive perception isn't too bad.
Great.
I'm not saying that. That's Lennon.
So yeah, I'll teach you some of the little scams that they run. The old tickle and punch, the classics, and no, it's not like little. We don't tickle someone and punch them. It's just a phrase that we call the tickle and punch. It's like it's a little scam you play, and I will explain. Like I'll basically spend time each night trying to explain like these
tickle
things
and
to, like these
Tickle and
these
The
are these
one.
to look out for. Like these are the kind of people that you
Common
can like
grifts,
immediately
and, like, what
common
common
grifts.
grifts are.
Immediately like how to spot people who are like maybe dressed nicely, but they're like the cuffs of their boots are ragged. They're like their sleeves are frayed. Like the signs where you're like you're not what you are trying to portray. And I'm just gonna like crash course Rosie in like
Nice.
thieving basically of just like this is how you don't get
Yeah.
fucked over.
Yeah. All right. You eventually take a rest. Is there anything you'd like to do over these 3 days before you arrive in Taywin? There's one thing to resolve. The next morning, you wake up, Thistle, and you see Bandy Muck is standing right over you.
Yes.
Your bird ate my fish.
Oh, I'm terribly sorry.
I get to eat your bird now.
Am I nearby?
Yeah, you all wake.
Oh, I'm sorry, that was me. I got a midnight anchory.
No, I can smell it on the
Oh
bird.
no! And I hold up the jars of the empty jars. I hold them up. I'm so sorry. It's on
Oh,
me.
you have to eat him now.
Okay, now.
How much were these?
No, I don't think you understand. I need the meat, not coin.
Oh right. This is awkward. I need my meat, and I think everyone on board needs their meat. How can we solve this problem for you?
Just eat the bird. We
Oh.
could move on with it.
No, I don't think the bird can be eaten, unfortunately. I do have a suggestion, but
I've never met a bird I couldn't eat.
well,
Am I around? Is that
Yeah.
if you stop the boat for 5 minutes, I'll go catch you a fish.
Okay, sure.
He like
Okay.
hands you a fishing rod.
Oh, and I'm like, you gotta.
I'll use the rod. You do your
Oh.
style.
No, Shy. You watch Shy like walk up, grab like watch her pull a like. Is there like a short spear around?
Yeah, there's fishing spears, yeah.
Yeah. So it's almost like the fishing rod is an insult. It not as an insult. She puts the fishing rod aside. She grabs the short spear. She dives off.
Okay.
I'll
I'll have
and-
you make
I'll take the fishing rod as
All
well.
right, sounds good. I'll have you make a survival check at advantage.
I just really calmly just.
You'll make a survival check.
Oh, shit. That was bad. That was bad. That was
18.
10.
Big words for someone at level 3.
So you managed to catch a small fish.
Yeah, great.
Pretty bony. And like literally you see a bigger fish and you're like going to get it and then you watch as it gets hooked and yanked away out of the
My
water.
pride would not let me come to the surface without it, so I grabbed some like mollusks as well.
You're okay, wait, you're in the deep ocean.
Oh yeah.
Like how far down do you want to swim?
Bottom of the boat.
Yeah, I was just
Crawl underneath. And yeah, you do find some like limpets and stuff. They're small. They're not like
Yeah,
you
I grab
scrape off a bunch of limpets.
Sure do.
Okay, and you come back up.
That's pride, baby.
You catch you catch a fish like it's like a small tuna. It's probably about this big. It's not huge.
Yeah.
But you bring it up.
I'm just like sitting calmly. I'm like having a good time fishing. Do you reckon this will suffice?
It's a start.
And he just like you
Yeah,
watch as he
it was-
grabs it and just begins to devour it on the deck. Bones
raw
and
and
all.
wriggling.
Oh, raw and
Like
wriggling.
Yeah, I bring up what I've caught, and I'd be like, there's more where that came from.
He just starts crunching through the
Yes.
limpets and
Are we,
shells and
are
all.
we all settled up then, Mr. Muck?
I think so, yes.
I would I would like to remind you that manners are important. If you require fish, we can.
Is it some kind of hunting implement or?
No. If you require fish, we can provide it.
Good.
If you threaten my bird again, there will be. You will have me to answer to.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to threaten. I just,
What did you think eating him was?
I just thought he was meat that you were saving to eat at a later date.
No,
I
good
think
sir.
I think this might just be one of those classic kind of.
I'm so sorry. I didn't realize that you traveled with animals.
It's
Why
like
would you travel with food like that?
It's like a friend, useful, does little tasks and stuff, keeps an eye
A
out.
companion?
Animals are not friends. They're meat.
Everything's food to something, mate.
Oh yeah, meat.
No, I'm just saying. You're like, why do you travel with the thing that I eat? But like, a moth might look at you and say, why are you traveling with all that food that you're wearing? Like, probably
You're right, I
here.
never thought
Yeah,
about
you got to
that.
look at it from other people's side.
I mean, when I die, I do hope you eat me, or the crew does.
I've got a question, and I truly apologise if this is rude. Have you ever needed to resort to eating your own tail? Because it does grow back, yeah?
No, that's disgusting.
Okay.
I would never eat myself.
Yeah. Would you eat someone else like you's tail?
Yeah, of course.
So if you're with a friend,
Uh-huh.
you can just kind of trade tails.
It takes a while to grow back, but if
But like
you
in a
trust them
desperate
and
circumstance,
if you're willing to do the ritual, of course.
the ritual.
Of course.
Don't ask.
Oh, no, I'm so curious.
Don't
though.
ask.
Yeah, no, you're right.
Is that land?
So, the next few days go by without incident.
What is Mark Dwyler's land ho version? Because he couldn't do man overboard.
Oh, land!
And you come upon
Dirt!
the bustling
Country.
port of Taywin. You can see it is a beautiful city. It's very large and sprawling. You can see the kind of greenstone buildings are exquisite in their design. And like as you come along the harbor, and you can see tons of ships. Like it's a very busy shipping lane as you kind of pull in. But you can see even from the harbor in, it's a very well designed city. You can see that like there are the harbor is laid out in kind of a grid pattern that you can see extends into the city with the way the streets are laid out. And it doesn't take long for the ship to kind of come around and be docked as Bellany kind of comes to you, Mark.
Mm-hmm.
Well, this is the end of our trip for now.
Thank you very much. It has been an honor, mate. Cat.
Likewise. Thank you.
He's the mate, you're the cat.
Yeah.
Well, but we're mates. Words are funny sometimes. Could you point me in the direction of the Wild Oats Tavern?
And she gives you a little hand-drawn map of where it is in the city.
Very nice.
Should be there. Good luck on your journey, and we'll be seeing you again at some point.
Good luck to the boat. All of it, you included.
Thank you.
Captain, I want to say thank you very much for taking us in the way you did. You didn't have to, and we all appreciate it very much.
Of course. I don't wish anybody stranded at sea, so
Thank you.
We appreciate that.
good luck.
Yeah.
All right, Team Mark. We've got a treasure map. We're going to the Wild Oats. So look tough.
Right.
Right.
This good enough?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Shy like cracks her nose once. Yeah, it's all right. Okay.
As you all step off the ship and make your way to the Wild Oats Inn, that's where we're going to take our break.
Ooh. Oh my goodness. Sean, welcome.
Welcome,
Good.
Sean!
Good to be back.
Good to be back, babies.
Yeah, we went away and we came back.
Amazing.
And we're stepping in this river twice, baby.
We will be back in about 8 or 9 minutes. Grab yourself a beverage, grab yourself a snack, get cozy, and enjoy some art from our first campaign and a bunch of art from this campaign. We will see you shortly. Okay, soon. Bye.
Bye.
All right, so you are heading through the streets of Taywin, and you can see there's a number of kind of market stalls and things like that, people trying to sell different things. And despite the kind of beauty of the city, you can tell there is kind of a tension just in the air. You can see people are struggling. It's visible. But you make your way through. Did you want to stop anywhere before you get to the Wild Oats Inn?
Is there a temple for Falir?
You would know that there is not a temple to Falir in Taywin. But there isn't a large temple, but there are people who follow Falir. So it's not like, it's a fairly common, like it's kind of the secondary religion in Taywin. Like a lot of people kind of follow Teo the Lost, but Falir is kind of close behind.
I'm gonna keep an eye out for any thieves' cant sigils.
Okay.
Like that are like, you know, the classic like go here, like direction stuff, or like who the person to talk to is. I'm just gonna keep an eye out for that kind of thing.
Make a perception check for me.
Investigate.
Are you essentially looking for shoes on an
Oh yeah, you can make an investigation check. Sure.
Yeah, shoes on a clothesline.
Yeah.
Vibe, yeah. Yo.
Those are some nice rolls.
I should be real good. It's an 18.
18. You look around and you see on one of the stalls, you can see that they've got like a number of kind of like different blankets and things like that kind of laid out that they're trying to sell. But you can see there is a kind of a post, like a hitching post next to it. And you can see in Thieves' Cant, it's got like basically Eki the gnome.
And it looks like it's a part of this blanket store.
It is like they've used it as part of the like setting up their table and stuff like that. It's like one of the corner posts.
Give me a second, I'll catch up, yeah.
Yeah, okay.
I'm gonna head over to the stall. Hi. I'm looking,
You see it's like a fairly large Goliath.
I was told that I could find a safety blanket from Eki the Gnome. Do you know, is he work here? Like in Thieves' Cant, basically being like, I wanna put the word out that I'm traveling with a group that not to fuck with, basically.
He's not in right now.
He's not in
but
right now.
if you tell me where you're staying, I can pass along the message.
Great, yeah. We're staying at the Wild Oats. Yeah, if you could deliver a safety blanket.
Great.
I'm bringing it back to Oloren.
You just need the one.
I need one big enough for a group of 5.
And sorry, you said you're taking it back to Oloren?
Well, yeah, my friends back in Oloren sent me here to get a safety blanket for my group and I.
All right. I'll let him know.
I slip 2 gold pieces. I appreciate that.
Of course.
Like he kind of passes his hand over and they just disappear.
Esper.
My name is Dance.
Dance. Nice to meet you, Dance.
Yeah.
Well, if I see you around, I'll be in touch. Let Eddie know if he needs supplies picked up. We've got a working crew that we're happy to do deliveries, and we were just on a ship, so gotta keep things above board on a ship, So, but we're willing to do some jobs here or there.
Good to know.
Great.
He kind of he goes back to his business as you continue on.
And I'll catch up with the group.
All right. Did you want to stop anywhere?
Would I be able to find or know would I know an area?
Yeah, you know that there is a statue of Falir that often is used as kind of a spot of worship. It's in one of the kind of larger squares, and you have an idea of where that is. You don't know exactly because you've never been to Taywin before, but you've heard about it.
I'd probably want to go there. Just to around.
It takes you a little bit. It doesn't take you too long though. You're able to find it it's a popular spot, and you head over there and you can see there are some folks, kind of sending offerings. It's up a little bit on a hill, and the statue is designed in such a way that it gets kind of that morning light.
Yeah.
But you can see folks kind of heading up for prayer.
I would go and join them for prayer. I feel like.
Okay. Yeah.
We would I wouldn't let Rosie go. I would if I wouldn't leave her alone. I wouldn't let her wander off. I think.
But just as a point of order, with my passive insight of 16, did I feel like the conversation we had a mutual understanding, or do I get the feeling he's gonna fuck us over?
Dance?
Yeah.
No, it sounds you seem pretty amicable.
And I'll run and catch up with the group. Shy.
Yeah.
I reckon we sort it.
Okay. I trust you.
Keep an eye out, but.
Yep. Okay.
All right, you head up to the Statue of the Dawn, and you can see a number of folks. You got there a little bit past sunrise prayers.
Yeah.
It's the morning is kind of in full swing, so most folks have gone, but there are some folks still praying.
Is there anyone around that looks higher rank than me?
Yeah, you can see someone that has kind of a holy.
No, I thought you were gonna be is there anyone around who looks hot?
That's I didn't think that's where it was going to.
Yeah.
You can see someone that has kind of a larger necklace with that kind of dawn symbol, the rising sun.
I would go introduce myself.
Oh.
Hi. I think I missed my group a lot. It's a long story. I was supposed to be here on a trip from
Injara.
yeah, with Helia sent me. I was supposed to.
From the Temple of the Dawn?
Yeah.
We haven't had a group from there for quite a while. I think maybe 3 years?
3 years?
I believe so was the last time we had anyone.
No one came like a week ago.
No. No, they there hasn't. I think I recall there was a fairly large group. They were gathering supplies for a festival, but they haven't come in the year since.
Would we be with her?
My assumption is that she would have been up.
Yeah.
At
Yeah,
the
and we were
prayer place
waiting.
And we were
Yeah.
waiting below.
Do you know who was in that group, or know anyone that?
I don't know that I remember anyone specifically. I think there were some priests and priestesses from from the temple.
What festival was it that they were collecting?
I think it was a harvest festival. I'm not sure. I've never been to the Temple of the Dawn myself, but
No. No, that's my temple.
Oh, welcome.
Thanks. Yeah. I was supposed to be with them, I guess, a week ago now. But like, if they didn't come,
Oh. Do you think something happened, or?
I'm not sure. Do you have any way of like contacting? Do you know anyone that has any way of contacting?
No, I don't know any of them, so I wouldn't be able to send.
No.
I'm sorry.
No, that's okay. That's okay. Thank you, though.
Of course.
Yeah.
All right.
What we just watched was a failed insight check.
Yeah.
You're welcome to pray if you like.
Yeah, thank you. I should probably sit and pray for a bit.
And you can see here, the sun is out, but it's the cloud cover is almost complete. It's that kind of dull gray.
Yeah.
And you've noticed this from kind of coming into Taywin. There is that kind of, for those of you who have been around on the continent a little bit longer, this is a bit new to you, Mark, but for you two, you know that from the last kind of few years of winter, or the last 2 years, it's been kind of full cloud cover, and because of the kind of volcanic ash that's still kind of lingering in the air. So the sun it's bright, but it's muted.
Yeah. Okay. Well, she'd finish up praying and then she'd make her way back.
Any luck?
No luck. Yeah, no, they didn't. No one came.
Oh,
Is that common for your people?
Yeah, I'm not sure. They said they haven't had anyone from my temple come by for like 3 years.
Was this going to be the first time in 3 years that you were making the journey, or?
Would I know that?
You, as far as you knew, you thought it was an annual thing, like it was like every year you would go.
No, I was under the assumption that it was annual.
You had never made
Yeah.
the trip
No, I'd never
with the
made-
convoy,
yeah,
but
yeah.
you would know that typically they would go gather supplies every year for the festival, because the festival happens every year.
Did they go last year?
I'm not sure.
What year do you think it is?
What year do I think it is?
You think that it's, I meant to get this information. I think I got it from you.
You did?
I did. I just have to scroll up through my notes. You, I think. Keep scrolling.
Roll to the notes, baby.
Scroll up to the notes.
Right.
I had it. It's just blank here. You did tell me.
Esper would,
Scrub the footage.
Esper would ask kind of simultaneously, last winter, did it ever get sunny or was it clouds the entire time?
Would I know that?
I've got it. You would think that the year is 2433.
24,
33.
It's
2436.
2436.
Don't feel bad. I'm pretty bad with numbers myself.
no.
No, I think Rosie's lost some time.
When we went through the tree, it felt like a moment for us, but what if it was longer?
Where were y'all before you popped out in Ellery?
I was at my temple.
Rosie found me in the woods, and we found a hole in a tree, and we went into the hole, and
Sorry, you just went through a mysterious tree hole,
well, there was a big bird.
right. Sprig big or bigger than Sprig?
No, much bigger. scary big bird. And we were fleeing from the scary big bird. And we went into the tree. And we found ourselves face to face with you two.
That's when we met.
Ha- Now,
Last winter, to answer Esper's question, last winter, was it sunny for me or was
Sunny.
We've solved a mystery, though. But yeah. Well, last winter it wasn't sunny, was it?
no, the volcano erupted 2 years ago.
Do I know anything about the volcano?
That's news to you.
You're missing
You've lost time.
3 years of time.
Do you feel older, wiser, with the years past?
No.
Oh, well, that's a shame.
How long have you been in this form? When we first met, how long had you been in that form?
It would have been like a, I don't know, like a year.
I'm gonna slip back to the lady I was talking to. Sorry, one more question. When you say that the group came 3 years, did they make it 3 years ago?
Yeah, they were here. They picked up supplies
And then they haven't come since?
No.
Why not?
I assume it had to do with the eruption. There may not have been supplies enough to take back for the festival.
Okay. Yeah, okay, thank you.
Of course. Are you all right?
I think so, but I'm not sure.
You seem lost.
I think so.
If you come tomorrow morning, I will find someone who knows someone at the temple,
Okay.
and I'll have them contact them.
Yeah, that sounds good.
What's your name?
Rosie? Oloren. Rosalandra.
Dario.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too.
I'll see you tomorrow morning then.
Did Rosie come back to the group?
Yeah.
Rosie,
Yeah.
if it makes you feel any better, things got pretty scarce after the eruption. They probably just stayed put.
Yeah.
I think
Where was the eruption?
it was 2 years back.
It's the sorry, right?
Yeah, sorry, yeah.
Sorry.
Oh, where?
It's so if we're on the north side of Katona right now,
You're on the southern part.
we're in Taywin, sorry, not.
Yeah, you're in Taywin, so
we're
it's
on-
farther south.
It's a week or so by boat, maybe 2 weeks.
I think her concern was the eruption near where she is from.
No.
I don't think so.
If you're from
She's from like the middle of Katana.
The eruption affected everywhere because of the cloud cover. Kind of things weren't growing as well as they should be.
the
But-
island,
The island got pretty fucked up, but unless you're living on that island, I think your folks are fine.
If we're looking for answers, I think I know where we can find them. The wild
oats, yeah.
Oh, yes, yes.
All right.
As we kind of fall in step to as we will start following Mark as he takes us towards the wild oats, I'll kind of sidle up next to Rosie and just kind of like put my hand on the back of her arm.
I know what it's like to have to be away. I know you're just finding it out now, but yeah, I know.
3 years is a lot longer than a week. They probably don't remember me.
Rosie, I've known you for 3 weeks. I highly doubt that's impossible. That's impossible. Who could forget you? You are a cup of sunshine every morning.
Thank you.
It'll be okay.
My brother's been dead for years. I still remember him.
I don't know if that was helpful.
He's trying. Oh.
Just
He's trying.
don't forget important people, and you're an important person.
See, that's much better. You should have led with that.
All right, come on.
All
Let's
right.
go. Let's keep up.
So you make it to the Wild Oats Inn. You can see it's a like a very kind of classic looking tavern. Like it's done up to look.
Yeah, I was gonna
sort of
say,
a
is it like
tavern. Like it's got a very like rustic chic.
like super out of place in the rest
Yeah,
of it?
Montana.
Does it have like
Montana.
Does it have like an animatronic letters in the
Yeah,
front, like
it's
pointing
like the innkeeper is like dressed like a bumpkin.
Oh gosh.
It is. You can see like they really have gone to the nines with everything. It's like it's meant to look.
Are
Very
we gonna go roleplay?
Yeah.
Are we going to a law? Are we going to a law party?
So you head in, and you head up to.
I'm gonna head up to the bartender,
Mhm.
and I'm gonna say, good evening, mate. Here to meet somebody. Could you let them know that Mark Dwyler has arrived?
And the bartender kind of like leans over. Of course. Now, Mr. Dwyler, I have a room for you upstairs. Here's your key, and
Key.
this is for you.
What is it?
He gives you a little scroll with you can see the Dwyler seal on it in wax.
Is this a medieval escape room?
No. I think his dad's sending him on a choose your own adventure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think
treasure hunt.
It's a
we're in a
scavenger
fucking
hunt.
Dwyler built fucking escape
Absolutely.
room.
Absolutely.
Like,
I'm so here for it. It's great.
This is the whole campaign, by the way, guys.
Whole campaign.
Give it a wink, and I look to everyone. And I lead them upstairs to the room.
Do you?
Not until
Okay.
we're in the room.
All right, you
Not my
you head up.
first adventure.
You head up. Open the door. You head in, and it is a suite. You can see there is food laid out. There's like almost like a gift basket,
Nice.
kind of like wrapped up. And you can see there's like 2 bottles of mead kind of next to it, and a bunch of like big like horns of ale, like drinking horns.
Sprig. Ask nicely.
Just starts tapping on the table.
Ask nicely.
He puts a claw.
Yeah, mate, go nuts.
He just starts
What?
staring.
Quest would be complete without a feast. But first, a quest doesn't start without a lead. I intercepted this message from the barkeep, and I think it might lead us to where we need to get to. And I'm gonna unroll it, and like I'm gonna go to the window and like blow out the candles by the window to like darken the room.
Wow.
If I can roll it out, lay it on the table. Would you like to read what that says?
Do you want to read it?
Yeah.
All right. It reads, "My son, I hope you enjoy the gift. I'm told she's an expert, and don't worry, she'll keep you safe. Love, Dad. P.S. These kinds of things are more fun with friends." You finish reading. You hear the door snap open. As you look, as you all kind of turn, and you see a one-eyed tabaxi woman clad in kind of like rough leather armor and a long sword at her side. She kind of slides into the room, slams the door behind her. Shh. We don't have much time. Needle's men saw you coming.
Needles.
They're heading this way now. We need to leave before it's too late. And she rushes to the window, throws it open.
Damn.
Let's go.
Come on.
Do I think this is do I get like a performative vibe from this?
Make an insight check.
I absolutely will.
Come on.
Oh, the worst roll of the night. That is a 10.
She looks very serious. And she whips her head back
We don't want to mess with needles.
and you hear from inside the bar, you hear, "Rich boy, we're coming for you! As she throws open the window.
Lead the way.
Come with me.
And I go.
Grab
Mark
the
is going.
Yeah.
I'm gonna slide a door under the door handle and jam the door handle.
Okay.
Sprig, know about this.
Leave it. Leave it. Sprig.
Shy grabs like
Yeah,
a
yeah.
hunk of really expensive
I'm gonna
cheese
push-
and some
Oh yeah, there is.
I'm just gonna push
put a
food
bunch
into
of
my
food in
bag.
my bag, and then I'm like, we doing this?
I'm gonna grab one of these bottles of meat.
Yeah, please. Yeah, I'm gonna eat after this.
Take a swig. Alright, let's go.
As you leap out of the window, there's like kind of this sloped thatch roof.
Yes.
You kind of land, and there's like this plume of like dust kicks up as you all slide down. I'll have you make an acrobatics check for me, please.
Absolutely. How's that looking?
Performance.
Jeez.
20.
Oh,
Not
natty
20?
20.
Not a nat 20. That's just a
You
flirty 20.
slide down and off, and you land on the ground. It's a bit of a drop, but you land like comfortably as you get off. The rest of you kind of fall in behind. I'll have everybody make acrobatics checks, please.
Oh my god.
Okay. 10.
10. Okay.
Also a 20.
Okay.
13.
All right.
18.
18. Okay, so you all managed to do it except for Shy.
She's got too much food in her bag.
You, as you're
Absolutely.
like
Face full of food
trying to
I've
like
never seen before.
get this food down, you kind of like trip and you like your foot kind of catches and you stumble onto the ground. You fall prone.
God,
You take a little bit of damage. You take 1 point of bludgeoning
Oh
damage.
no.
It's a new day, right?
Uh,
Because I
Yes.
have stealth as my proficiency.
Sure, sure.
Of, athletics.
as you run, you can hear the kind of banging on the door as like the Tabaxi woman kind of like leads you through the city, kind of weaving in and out of alleyways.
As we're on the way, Mark, why didn't you tell us people were after you?
It was too dangerous.
Do I believe him?
Make an insight check,
Can I make
and
a-
you can make persuasion
Can
or
I make
deception.
an insight check also?
Sure.
10?
I would also like to make an insight check if I can.
These sideways
Can
have
I-
been rolling so poorly
can
tonight.
I-
I would say I'm just gonna let these two because like they called
My
for it
passive,
before
my
we
passive
found
is 16. So
I rolled a
Yeah.
5, so I believe
Can
him.
I-
Yeah, you look serious.
Can I guidance myself?
Did you see how well
yeah.
I landed?
I did.
People who land,
That's what
they know what
sold
they're
it.
doing.
That's what sold it for me. Absolutely.
Let me lead where, like, I landed. Like, you stumbled so that I could land.
Absolutely.
Now, it's really important when you have that, like, landing
23.
privilege that I use my privilege to
yeah.
guide those who stumble.
He does not seem like he's in.
I love the fact that I've been teaching you about drifts, and it's like that clue is like.
It seems odd, but like you're all running at full tilt as the like you watch as the Tabaxi kind of like stops you.
Yeah.
Go ahead. She like doubles back a little ways. You watch she kind of rounds a corner. She looks and she comes back and she goes, "Go ahead." And you watch as an arrow bursts through her chest.
What?
And she like looks down. And she like calls out, "At the edge of the city, Jackson! Meet Jackson!" And she falls down face first. What would you like to do?
Do I believe that? Can I make an insight check on
Make
that?
it.
I'll go down to her.
Blood?
Like,
Yo, yeah, there's like she's, yo, yeah.
Okay.
can I guidance myself again? Is that something I can do?
Yeah.
I can. How often can I do that? Just
Whatever
like
you want, as long as it's not a save.
Like,
That's resistance.
18.
18? Yeah, yeah, she's like, you've seen injuries, like she's bleeding.
I'll go down and be like, Rosie, you can heal, yeah? I'll get the arrow out and you heal it. It might not be too late, and I'm gonna grab the arrow. I'm gonna snap off the
Head.
Because is there a
She's like 30 feet from you.
Oh.
we've got to go.
A hero needs to know when to let people die. He's gonna run.
I should write that.
We need to honor her last wishes. Jackson!
I can't leave the city. I have to be at the statue in the morning.
We're not leaving the
We're gonna
city
get
yet,
there,
We're
we're
just
gonna
getting
get
the
there,
edge.
we're gonna get
We're
there.
getting the
We'll
edges.
double back. We'll double back. I can't leave either, so we'll double back. I know.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll double back.
I'll go with them.
Follow.
All right. So you take off towards the edge of the city. You none of you have spent much time in Taywin, so you're not exactly sure where the edge of the city is. So I'll have you make a group investigation check.
I want to keep an eye out for thieves' cant marks.
Nat 20. baby.
Hey!
I was born for this. That is an 18 or something.
No, naturally.
That's a 13 for me.
25 for me.
Okay.
Wait, what check?
Survivors. No.
This
Investigation.
adventure brought to you by familiar dice. Mark was saving it. He was in a state of rest.
For what is important.
Sorry.
Investigation.
Oh, that's a natural 20.
Hey!
Nice. So yeah, you know, like, you right away you kind of get a lay of the land, and you can see kind of where the, like, because of the nature of how the city is laid out, it's pretty clear where the edges of the city are, and you can see it is walled. But you get onto a main street that's like a big thoroughfare, and you can see the gates right at the end. You do see kind of thieves' cant here and there on some of the doors, but you're running pretty fast, so it's like, are you looking for something specific?
Like a go here to get to play. Basically like an entry to the like underground. Basically
Right.
like if needed, here's the place. Knock like this.
Yeah, you don't see any like safe houses or anything like that. You do see a few like fences and like things like that, but you don't see any like safe houses. But as you make your way through this kind of main thoroughfare, it's the middle of the day now. There's people everywhere as you're kind of pushing your way through the crowd, making it towards the edges of the city. I'm gonna have everyone roll initiative.
A true wild goose chase.
25 to 20.
Where do I see my initiative bonus on D&D
To
Beyond?
dexterity ability score.
It's right at the top, next to your armor class.
Oh. Okay.
20 to 15.
17.
15.
You Dexy too?
I don't know. Maybe just lucky.
15 to 10.
10.
10. Esper, Rosie, 9.
1.
Oh. Okay. Yeah.
We want the healer at the end.
That's smart. Yes.
All right, as you're kind of making your way through, does a 15 hit?
Yes.
So you see, as like Mark kind of looks back, and like you watch as a crossbow bolt like slams into your shoulder, and you take
TPK.
2 points of piercing damage. As it kind of like
You
slices through
You
and
don't know.
tumbles into the ground.
I don't. That's why I asked.
Next up is Shy.
Seeing Mark get hit, I am going to kind of whirl around and see if I can look where the shot came
Make a
from.
perception check.
That is good. That is going to be 22.
22. You don't see. You kind of look like the crowd is still kind of moving. You're trying to scan. You don't see.
Okay. We should keep moving. If we're gonna find this Jackson person, then we should keep moving. So, let's go. And I push, like, seeing Mark take the hit, I am going to not let my meal ticket take a fall. So I'm gonna run kind of, if the shot is coming from behind, I'm gonna position myself, kind of run around, position myself behind Mark as we're moving forward.
Okay.
So that if a shot's coming towards, I can use my reactions to deflect misses.
All right. Next up is Mark.
Oh! Jackson! Jackson! Oh! I would like to scream in pain.
Full flail.
Just continue in whatever direction we're running. Not at a dash.
Yeah.
Like, I'm doing that full stumble. I'm limping. It got me in the arm. And I'm just shouting for Jackson.
I would like. No, that's great. That's great. That's your turn. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's perfect. Yeah, I would say you limp forward probably 10 feet.
Do you press? Did you
15
press
feet, we'll say.
to
Half
dry
of it.
your clothes?
No, I scream. I scream for Jackson.
I scream
and
as
I
an action.
continue on.
Wow.
Screaming is a full action. Crying bonus action.
All right, Thistle, you're up.
Thistle will pause for a second. I will spin around, and you'll see him inhale, and as his breath fills his lungs completely, you see those lines in his face pulse. And as he exhales, I'm going to cast Fog Cloud.
Nice.
To try to give us some sort of cover as we escape. And then I will turn and carry on with him.
Okay. So you kind of make your way forward as people are now kind of panicking a little bit as this like fog rolls in. Esper, you're up.
I'm going to, because there's people around, I'm going to tuck into the fog. I'm going to pull my hood up, and as I do, I cast Disguise Self, and you would see like the skin of my face go translucent as like a ghastly image comes briefly, and then it changes, and then my face is completely different, and I blend into the crowd. I'm going to use a bonus action to hide in the crowd.
Yeah.
I'm just going to try and tuck and like act with the crowd, but I'm keeping pace with
Full
the
Assassin's Creed.
just like in the crowd.
Yeah.
You know, I'm just
Throwing a
like,
smoke bomb in that. So make a stealth check at advantage for me, please.
not great.
It is at advantage.
I know. I rolled a 2 and an 8.
Okay.
So 13 total.
Yeah, okay. You do, like, you kind of move into the crowd as, like, folks are still kind of milling about.
I also look completely different.
Yeah. And do you move ahead or do you move...
I move laterally, so I move to the side, but I'm like, because Mark didn't move forward too much, so I'm like, I easily can keep pace by like a little L action.
All right, great. All right, Rosie, you're up.
I would just keep moving forward with the group, yeah.
All right, you just move forward 30, you get up with Shy.
Well, if Mark didn't move...
We got 15.
I would stay with Mark. I moved behind Mark.
Okay, you just moved behind. Well, because you said you moved up.
No,
I said I moved
Oh, I
around
see.
so
shield.
that if, like, essentially like a
Okay,
shield.
so yeah.
For him. Yeah.
All right, so he's moved ahead a little bit. You, as you continue on, you hear someone in the crowd go, ah! And like drop next to you. You can see a crossbow bolt sticking out of their arm.
Okay, it didn't try and hit me. It hit the person next to me.
You're not sure. Like you literally just heard someone like kind of yell.
And I, how is Mark slight? Like, what is his stature like?
Kind of.
He's got a dumpy.
He's kind of squishy. Like he's
a soft boy.
Yeah, he's quite soft. And if you were to see him shirtless, there would be rolls.
Yeah.
Like
okay.
he's not like round, but like he's not an impressive specimen.
Okay, so you would feel as
He's
shy.
dense. He would also float.
In multiple ways.
Okay, so you would feel
Really thick abs.
It is my turn, right?
Mm-hmm.
You would feel as Shy comes up. You would feel like I'm gonna move him. Like I am just going to move him. He is not moving fast enough. He is too much in the way. If he's getting shot, somebody's getting shot next to me. I am going to use my turn to move him forward, like essentially tuck him down and move him forward.
All right, like he's the president.
I mean, if he's gonna be there and be an open target, I'm gonna just basically, you just feel like a very strong shoulder, like in the, Shy's much shorter than you. She's probably in like the middle of your back, just moving you forward.
All right, that's your turn. You kind of push him ahead. You hear, hang on, let's see. Someone push through the crowd in front of you, and you can see like a larger half-orc male. You can see he's kind of got like a half cloak. Mark.
I'm Mark.
This way.
Yeah, all right.
Jackson.
Jackson.
Come with me. And he comes up to you, and like you can see him pointing off to the side, like this way.
Yeah, I start guiding Mark that
So
way.
he kind of guides you over to the side a little bit. All right, it is Mark's turn.
Yeah, Mark actively huddles into Jackson.
Go.
Jackson.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, it is Thistle's turn.
Wait, movement. I guess he's technically taking the dodge action.
Yeah, he's
I
taking
would've
the
known,
dodge
like,
action. You're like kind of huddled in.
So I would have seen Esper break off, and I would recognize like his cloak. Like he's changed his face, but his
No,
cloak.
I should change my clothes as well. I look like one of the members of the crowd.
Okay, would I still know who you are? Or would I have lost you as well?
Perception check.
Yeah, it's a 13. It's not overly hard to beat.
Yeah, 19.
Yeah.
So
you know where
I will, as I follow, I will turn to Sprig and I will say to him, just make sure you keep an eye on Esper. And I will send him up to sort of track Esper from above.
Okay.
And then I will keep moving, just so that we don't lose him.
So he's doing his best, kind of
Yeah.
in the fog cloud to keep have an eye on Esper. Okay. It is Esper's turn.
I want to look for anyone moving through the crowd as if they are gunning for.
Make a perception check.
That is the
That's
most
cocked.
cocked die of all
You
time.
have so much in your dice box right now.
Oh, that's really good. Where's my skills? Oh no, I'm nervous. Perception is that's a flirty 20.
You can see probably about 60 feet away. You can see a couple of larger folks kind of pushing through the crowd, but they're moving at a pretty slow pace because everybody's kind of panicking now. So there's a bit of a crush, kind of pushing away from what's
I'm
going
gonna
on.
yell out and be like, "We're all gonna die!" And under the guise of panic, I'm going to movement, bonus action, dash to get to them. And as I bump past them, I'm just gonna, as they're pushing through the crowd, I'm just gonna try and find that spot under the arms and just slide my dagger under his armpit. Hopefully I hit! Oh, I definitely hit!
That's nice.
And you said there's two of them?
There's two of them, yeah.
That is a 24 to hit. Do I get sneak attack on this?
Yes. You
As
yeah.
my knife goes in, I look at the second guy and my eyes go ghostly, and a ghostly figure reaches around and stabs him in the chest with a spectral knife as I'm using my Whales of the Grave. So I'm going
Damn.
to...
I ain't
Spooky
even read
boy.
this shit, and I thought I read all the books. Shit. This guy's got whales from the grave? Guess we should have saved him when we had the chance, huh?
Yeah, I got 2d6. 2d6 snake.
Ooh, it's a narwhal.
And this is the Dathian blade as well.
Yeah.
Very spooky.
6 at 9 points of damage to the first guy.
Yeah.
And then 3 points as the ghost goes into his chest.
All right, so yeah, you watch as he as it slams into him, you can see this look of shock kind of come over his face. And he kind of spits out blood.
Eki the gnome sends his regards.
He kind of reels back a little bit. It is their turn. They they are going to the one is going to attack you.
Yep.
First one. That's a natural one. So as he kind of swings, people are kind of crushing as this is happening, so he gets a bit of distance. And you see the other one, the one that you hit, kind of instinctually pull back, and he grabs him and he pulls him back through the crowd, kind of 15 feet away from you. Rosie.
I didn't notice that Esper left until so I'm just gonna keep going.
Yeah, you kind of keep on with the rest of the group with Jack's on. It is, let's see. Does a 17 hit?
It does, but I'm going to deflect. If it's something piercing towards me, I am going to deflect missiles.
Nice.
I'm going to use my reaction to deflect missiles. So the damage that is taken reduced by 1d10 plus 6 if I reduce it to 0, and I have a free hand. I can use a focus point to make a ranged attack and send it back.
Nice. All right, it is. It only does 4 points of piercing damage.
Okay, so it's
automatically
I
succeed.
automatically so
Catch it.
yeah.
And you see this time, kind of through the clouds, you can see a window in one of the shops just off the road.
How far is it away from me?
It's probably about 40 feet.
Yeah, short. It's 2060 is
Yeah,
the range.
yeah, yeah.
So you would watch as Shy sees the crossbow bolt coming towards, and you watch as the it just kind of goes choo, 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 and she just kind of sends it back, and then she just whirls around and just like whips it.
It's at
straight
disadvantage,
forward.
but you can try to thread the needle. It's not like you
Just
can
some
see that
peasant.
person is like going to duck back into the
Or
shop.
disadvantage.
Time
Yeah.
crisis.
That is okay. That's not great. That is still a +5, so that's going to be a 12.
That just misses, unfortunately.
That's
So like you watch as you kind of thread the needle, the person like just turns back as it into the door behind him, as he's like.
And Shy would just call out, or no, Shy wouldn't call out, but would, seeing that we're like getting tucked over with Jackson and Mark, she looks to Mark and she goes, "You gotta get your fucking head down," and she like puts his head down and like gets him, like just like gets him moving forward.
All right, you watch as Jackson kind of like he pulls ahead 30 feet, and you see he like grabs like there's an alleyway, and you can see there's a cellar door, and he like rips open the cellar door and is like, "In now, go, go." Yeah, and it's
Mark.
or it's Shy acts before Jackson. Sorry.
So I would basically, I would essentially wait until everyone else is getting in. I'm not gonna leave Rosie or Esper if this
So
club.
you head in. Jackson kind of leads the way. Mark, you head down into the cellar. Thistle, do you head down as well?
Thistle would sort of stop at the door and turn and look out into the crowd, and I want to sort of do like a Sherlock thing where I'm basically like looking and I'm like seeing the guy in the window. I'm seeing the two people move through the crowd. I'm sort of trying to piece together like the weird circumstances of the fact that at first it seemed kind of suspect when she showed up, and then it seemed real when she got shot, and then these people seem to know where we were going, and I just sort of want to like have that, you know, that like Robert Downey Jr. moment in Sherlock where he sort of sees all, like you do all the little
All that
vignettes.
power armor comes on.
Exactly.
Real mind palace moment.
Yeah.
Jarvis kicks.
Yeah,
in.
yeah,
Nanotech.
Yeah.
Not the Benedict Cumberbatch one where he gets all the arms.
He also played Sherlock. Yeah, roll an insight check, sure.
That's good.
That's very good.
Benedict Cumberbatch play Sherlock Gnome? Is that?
Oh.
Who played Sherlock Gnome?
I don't know if there's been that adaptation.
Benedict Cumberbatch played Sherlock in
No, Sherlock Gnome. He's a garden gnome who's a Sherlock.
Okay.
I regret
Perception,
to
you
inform
said?
you that
It's
is
fully a movie.
24.
24.
It's a real and extremely forgettable.
It is. It seems odd. It does. It's like something about it seems off to you, but you don't have the context of like, you haven't spent enough time around people, and like in these kinds of scenarios to like, put your finger on it. But it does seem like something about it seems off to you. Like,
So it's clicking that it's not right, but I'm dismissive of it because I'm like, well, I don't get people that well, so it's probably fine.
it's weird. Like, this doesn't seem like how it would go.
Yeah.
Or you would guess, but you don't have a framework for
Okay.
what it should be.
Okay.
I've been informed it was Johnny Depp who played Sherlock Gnome.
Oh my gosh.
All right, it is. And then do you head?
I would wait to make sure that Esper makes
You don't
its
want to
way.
get in the pit?
Actually, no, not that he puts it that way. I will get in the pit.
Head down to the cellar.
Can't say in the
Esper.
pit.
Oh, I have a choice here. There's an ability that I have that makes my speed 0, but it gives me advantage on my next attack.
You don't have to.
You get that at level 4, bro.
Steady aim?
Yeah.
Nope, I got it at level 2, I think. I've got it. It's on my character sheet.
It's just built different.
Build different.
Yeah, I'm gonna sight them, and I'm gonna pull a knife from my cloak, throw it, taking steady aim to give myself advantage, which means if I hit, I get sneak attack. And I'm aiming for the guy who I hit with the wailing.
Okay.
Yikes!
That's yucky.
That's an 11 to hit.
Doesn't hit.
I rolled a natural 1 and a 6.
Literally as it's going through, you like someone runs by
You killed
and like it was like oh, and like literally knocks your knife out of the air.
I drop this guy's self and look at them.
Was that your Dathlian blade?
No. It was I
Or
pulled
was
it
like
from
a
my cloak.
Okay, gotcha. So yeah, you drop disguise self.
Yeah.
Okay. You see the two of them, like they both use their action to dash. They dash back across into the alleyways on the other side, and you kind of lose them in the crowd in the fog. Rosie.
Can I try because like I thought something was up before she got arrowed, like the tabaxi woman. Can I try and because she doesn't want to go down in the cellar. I don't want to go down in the cellar.
You have already made an insight check. You have already been sort of suspect and like, but yeah, what would you?
Just want to know why. Nope. I have thoughts in my head. It's not my turn. It'll all happen.
Just gotta trust. Like trust in the dice. It's just like you.
Dwyler the
Nope. Workshopping.
We'll come back to the table.
Out of the dice.
Truly, at the end of it, I think this was something done out of love.
No, I think so. Can I see your ring?
Yeah.
That ring.
It is right.
I would like to see
Yeah,
that
it's
ring.
That ring?
Drop my ring.
Can I investigate like the cellar? quickly?
Sure, yeah. You can make an investigation check.
It's like I don't want to go in here.
So faceted.
Thistle's in there.
I don't.
Trust you.
That real cool bird is in here.
Yeah, the bird's in there. No, the bird's with.
Flirty 20. Yeah, you can see down. There's like you can see Jackson has moved. It almost like, seems like there's like the basement part of the cellar where there's like crates and stuff like that. But you can see he's moved something, and there's like a hidden door underneath that looks like it leads into like a safe room kind of thing.
I just look at Shy and I just like.
I'm up top. I'm waiting for Esper to get in.
She's still up
Oh, you're still up top?
I'm up top. I'd be at the cellar. I investigated the cellar at like the door, and I'd shake my head because I don't want to go in.
We'll wait for Esper and then we'll figure it out. Nobody's getting killed on my watch, okay?
All right, it's back to. Yeah, you don't. No more crossbow bolts come out.
I'm standing at the door and I just yell, Esper! Now! Come on!
It's Jackson's turn.
Come on, get.
Go
He comes up to the two of you. Please, you have to come here.
I'm not leaving my friend
You
behind.
don't understand. I don't know where Akara is, but we design experiences, all right? This isn't supposed to happen. He's not
The
supposed
fuck
to
you
get-
saying to me?
He's not supposed to get hurt. Please, just come with me.
Are you fucking serious right now?
Yes. Please. Please.
I am gonna beat.
Do you know who his father is?
I don't give a fuck who his father is.
I don't care. If you don't come in here right now, I'm going to close the doors.
I have to wait for Esper. And Mark, I will say this. Mark has taken a shine to Esper, so whatever you're fucking afraid of, if our friend doesn't come to protect Mark, that's gonna be your hide on the line, my friend.
Right. And he's just like waiting there, ready to close
Don't you
the
ever
doors.
fucking talk to me like that again, you understand?
I just ask you to come in the cellar to keep you safe. Shakes his head. All right, it is Mark's turn.
Second in passageway, mate.
Yes. And it is Thistle's turn. You were down in the cellar with him.
I'm down in the cellar. I'll see him go into the passageway. I'll see Jackson go back up and have the conversation. And I think I'll sort of stay in that intermediary position where I can see Mark, but also still sort of be in between.
In between.
Keep
You're
the
kind
two
of in
groups
that-
connected.
Yeah. Esper.
How far are they from me?
Fast
Slow
walk.
yeah.
You make a perception check. See if you can even see them. It's a disadvantage because of the fog.
Yep.
Or to find the.
For these guys?
For these guys.
Oh, they're probably about 30 feet from you.
And he'd heard me call.
yeah, easy.
yeah.
Yeah, I'm just
Pull back.
gonna movement to them.
Yeah.
And as I move back, I am gonna try to bonus action, just try to like fade a little bit into the fog.
Sure. Yeah, make a stealth check, yeah.
Better than last time! Oh, that's so cocked. Oh my god.
So much stuff in your box.
But I rolled really well! I'm gonna pocket first!
Only if she comments on it.
That's true. I have to say every time now.
Yeah. It's a system we've got in place. Natural 20, 25.
Yeah, you just blend right back in and you...
And I'm gonna slide past Shy, tap her on the shoulder as I go down the stairs.
Pretty cool. Alright, yeah.
I look at Rosie.
Through the clouds.
I'm not gonna let anything happen to you. It's okay. We're gonna make your temple tomorrow. Go.
Please.
Can I insight check him?
Sure, make an insight check.
Guidance.
I think I'll play an escort quest more often. This is a lot of fun.
That's a natural 20.
Oh yeah!
Plus 4, plus 4.
28.
Yeah, he seems... I want all of you to plug your ears, please.
Oh gosh.
Earmuffs.
We can also just
Do you need us to leave the room?
Yeah, sure, you can go in the green room.
5 times.
Get out!
Or you could just do a whisper. No, it's more fun if we
It's more fun if it's just the two of us.
Everyone head into the green room. As a season wrap.
So, as you watch him plead with you, you can tell that there is still something off. You've seen performances before. You've seen troops of actors come through your village, and you know he's admitted he's an actor.
Yeah.
But it still seems like there's, while an incredibly convincing,
Yeah.
it still feels like there's something of a performance happening.
Yeah, she doesn't want to go in. She wouldn't.
Okay, then you can wait outside.
I will.
All right, you can all come back in.
I love it.
Rosie still refuses to go in. And he's starting to close the door. So it's up to you if you want to head in or not.
I call down to the lads down there. I'm not leaving her.
She's staying.
Yeah, you go. I got her. I'll find you. It's okay. Go. Just, it's okay.
We should split evenly, 3 and 3.
You guys go. I'll keep her safe. It's all right.
Not
Go.
supposed to split party.
Go.
He closes the doors. Fuck. And you can hear he watches, he drops on a big lock.
Where's this tunnel lead?
It's just a safe room on the other side. Please, there's some
I still
food
have
and
your
drink.
token.
Yeah. I can look through that and talk to you.
Mm-hmm.
As he kind of huddles you down in and kind of nudges you through the little secret door and kind of pulls it closed behind. You get into this sort of secret room. What happened to Akara?
Needles, man.
She got shot in the chest. Through the chest. And then she called your name out. What the fuck is going on?
I was telling your friend. Mark, if you could, there's some, just in the back room there's some wine and things like that. Help settle your nerves. There's some bandages.
That makes sense.
He leans in really close. My partner Akara and I design experiences.
Fuck's sake,
For tourists.
I made a fucking deal with Ekidano to protect this group, so someone's fucked us one way or the other. I got guarantees from a contact.
Do you know who Mark's father is?
Not a fucking clue. I know he's one of those posh lads from the schools.
His company's probably built a third of the ships you've seen since you've been here.
Right.
It is very important that nothing bad happens to Mark. He's not supposed to get hurt.
The large lads that were pulling through the crowd, were they yours or not yours.
No.
I got them a little bit, so that's good.
You said they were noodles.
What was the reaction I got when I said Eki the gnome sends his regards? Was it like
Make an insight check.
From the dudes you stabbed, though.
yeah?
Bad.
So bad. So bad.
Natural one.
No, damn it.
Yeah, he's
Oh wait, no.
Yeah.
That's the natural one.
That's a
a
7.
7. So 13.
Yeah, he seemed worried.
Okay. I don't. What was this story supposed to be?
Well, she was gonna take him out of the city. Like there's sort of some danger. We'd like to build in that element.
She said that Needle's crew was coming for him. So that's a part of your thing.
Right, that's...
So the men I stabbed, I'm assuming, don't work for Needles, given that Needles is a fictional person.
Yes.
Right.
Did you have anyone else working with you? We heard voices yelling, "Rich boy."
Outside of the city. We get you out, right?
But the voices we heard, when we were in the tavern, she said, "We have to go." We heard someone yell, "Rich boy, we're coming for you."
No,
That was not part of your...
no, she's supposed to take you down to the tavern. You have a meal with her, right?
No, we went through a window.
We were fucking.
She
She
was-
came barging into the room, said we have to go now. Needle's men are coming, and then someone yelled from downstairs.
No, that's not how it starts. No, she says she's hunting a beast.
No, that's not how it happened, is what we were saying.
You trust your partner.
Of course. Akara and I have been performing together for quite some time.
And if
Yeah, the world.
Akara sold out Mark, how much money would be in it for her?
For what, like if she wanted to ransom me?
Yeah.
I assume.
Is it an amount of money that makes you
But
maybe
this-
trust her less?
Well, this is our livelihood. If word got out that we betrayed the contract, I mean,
Did the gents that I shanked have any defining marks, tattoos, anything?
They looked fairly they looked sort of thuggish. Like you could, one of them, they were both human. One of them had a fairly big beard, and the other one you could see kind of had like scraggly red hair.
No tattoos or anything that I can.
No, one had a scar down his cheek.
I'll describe it.
The scraggly red-haired one.
Scraggly red hair, scar down his cheek. Do you recognize that?
no.
Someone has fucked us.
Who else knew that Mark was coming?
Certainly Akara and I, and our booking agent. But that she works with him. She's sort of on the inside in a lot of those circles. We do a lot of this kind of hand-holding sons and daughters and things like that. But generally it's just us, and then we have a contact out in the forest we have sort of an array of creatures that we bring in.
And what use are you to us right now?
Well, I have this place
Is there another way out?
to get out of the city.
The safe
No,
house?
is there any way out of this tomb that you've?
No, yes, of course. There's another hallway in the back room.
Where does it lead?
It leads out into the other side of the alleyway.
Okay.
I'm gonna in my mind. Other side of the alleyway. We'll come out that way.
We usually rent this space when we're working in Taywin, so
I need you to find somewhere safe. We will...
well, if we can.
No, we will take it from you.
Yeah, you're a fucking liability, mate.
Do you have any fighting experience?
Well, I did.
No, not
Trained in a lot of stage combat.
I flick a knife past his head.
Look, I can hold my own. Okay, I've been in a few dust-ups. Right.
Do you want to come with us, or do you want to go find your friend?
Well,
What weapon does he have?
He's got an axe.
Give me
like
it.
a fairly large.
it's my axe.
Give me the fucking axe, mate.
Make a persuasion check or an intimidation check, rather.
I will go find Mark in the wine area.
Okay.
Mark is not doing well on his medicine check.
As a
You're
natural,
struggling to bandage it. It's one hand. You're like,
it's a natural 20 for 23.
So, okay. All right. I can ask around to see if I can. If you get out of the city, I can take you.
Your axe. So I look at it. I'm gonna run my thumb along its edge.
It's dull.
gonna toss it to the side. I'm gonna give him one of my knives. Sticking with the pointy end. You know enough like that, yeah?
Of course, of course.
You're carrying around a fucking mace, mate.
I go find Mark in the back.
How are you doing, Mark?
I'm all right.
You handled yourself very well back there.
Yes.
Listen. There's no shame in being expressive in your emotions. You kept moving forward. You kept going. That's the important part. Let me take a look.
Tear it open. Put my hand on it, and I will cast Healing Word at first level. And it's 6 points of healing. You'll see as my hand goes there, you see starting with my eyes, they shine and then it runs down the lines through my face, down my arm, and through my hands, and you'll feel almost like vines start to loop in and stitch and pull close the wound. And as I take it away, it's not gone.
Mm-hmm.
There's still the wound there. It's just got like plants sewing it up.
Cute.
I have heard that partners in you partners find the marks quite attractive. Shows you've been around.
Yeah, I've also found that.
Yeah, so this will won't have any issues with it, but it should leave a nice scar.
Thistle, you're a real mate.
It's all right.
It's all right. I'll hold him like a little tighter. Like I kind of sense that this is. Give him a.
Now, every adventure has a good start, and this is a good start.
It's a good start. Yeah.
We're gonna try and get out of this.
Okay.
Does Jackson look similarly shaped at all to Mark? Like clothes size wise?
No, he's like, he looks the part. He's pretty
Does he have a
stacked.
cloak?
Yeah, he's got a half cloak.
That's useless. I'm gonna take my cloak off and we'll walk to Mark. Mark,
Yeah.
you gotta wear this hood up, wrap your clothes so they can't see all of the colours. The arrow that hit you, yeah? That hit you because you are very visible.
You're very purple.
So
Well, you know.
we're gonna get you out of here
Mm-hmm.
safely, but to do that, you need to be less visible. So do you mind wearing my cloak?
This whole campaign is gonna be babysitting me. I'm here for it.
Make a persuasion check.
I'm the DM.
Sorry, it doesn't fit my aesthetic.
Oh my god, that's 3 in a fucking row.
That was a journey.
I don't
and
think
I love
Deanna's
it.
gonna redo my.
Kiss
That dice.
It's a natural 20 for 27.
Yeah, all right.
Put up. Oh, that's 3 in a row. That's back to back to back.
Mark does one of these.
All right, so you're kind of preparing, Mark. We're gonna jump to the two of you outside the cellar doors.
What is going on? Why didn't you want to go in?
Some of it's real,
Yeah,
but there's something that's.
I know. Well, apparently Mark's dad's really important, so we gotta go along. I know it's stupid, but what's your worry?
I don't know. It seems silly.
You ever, and I am assuming that Esper's like, we're coming around the alley on the other side, so I would like pull, if Rosie had a cloak, I would just kind of pull Rosie's cloak up, and as I'm doing this, I kind of like tuck my ears in, and we're like kind of working to kind of blend in with the crowd, and I start kind of leading her.
There's like no crowd now. Like
Oh, there's
everybody,
no-
because of the like
The kerfuffle?
the kerfuffle, and the fog is now kind of fading. It's like, yeah, the streets have cleared out.
Okay, so I...
You see there's now guards kind of walking through. Like you can see kind of large Goliaths, predominantly Goliaths. You see a few other folks, but you can see they've got kind of mossy skin, and they're sort of like, they're kind of keeping a handle on things now, restoring order.
Okay. So I am going to start kind of like
realizing, I look at Rosie and I go, we gotta get out of this alley, and we're gonna meet Esper and the rest of them on the other side. I know it doesn't feel good to lie. And sometimes you just put your head down and do the work. And I know that might be new to you, but that's part and parcel. And apparently this guy's dad is really important, and I don't know about you, but it sounds like you got stuff you want to do. And I got stuff I need to do. So I would rather not find myself on the wrong end of a sword because somebody's daddy's upset. So if you'll let me, I'm gonna get us out of this alley, and we're gonna nod and say yes for a bit. I don't like it any more than you do. And we're gonna get you to your temple tomorrow morning, okay? We're gonna figure it out. I know you don't believe me. Maybe I'll just believe enough for the two of us, okay? Don't do that. You love me.
No, I don't.
So as I get kind of Rosie's cloak up, I get my cloak up. I'm gonna lean us against the wall so that I can kind of take a view of the alley or the street. Is there a safe way for us to get across and not be noticed by a bunch of guards?
Make a perception check.
Yeah. Guidance.
Thank you.
Ooh.
What time is it? Around?
Natural 20 minutes.
Nighttime?
It's probably about midday.
Midday.
A little, probably late afternoon,
good.
actually.
19.
Oh.
Perception, that's gonna be a 23.
23. It would be difficult to go out the main gates now.
We just want to meet him on the other side of the alley.
Oh no, like he's like, you're in the building, right? Like,
Right.
so he would be back
Right,
that
we
way.
gotta
You don't
take
have to get
back.
across the street to meet him
Okay.
around the back of the building.
Okay, so I am gonna take.
You also don't know that there's another exit out of the building.
No, I told
Oh, you did. You
Yeah.
that eerie token.
Okay. Yeah.
Also, point of order, that eerie token I feel like is deeply unpleasant to be on the receiving end because it's like 40 voices all say it's like it's like very ghostly.
Yeah, okay, Esther. Jeez. Just like you just watch
Boundaries.
Shy's face just kind of contort with somebody being inside her head, and taking a page out of Thistle's book. I also am gonna drop a fog cloud that kind of the way that Shy's gonna kind of cast this is it's because it's not magic that I choose to cast. It's a Triton ability.
Mm-hmm.
So you're gonna watch Shy kind of like lean down, and I'm just gonna, and you watch as the fog kind of creeps along the ground, and it's gonna kind of happen about probably 15 to 20 feet in front of us, and we're just gonna kind of 1, 2, 3 slip, duck in, and move around.
Okay, so you duck in and move around. And now, like, the rest of you have kind of come up.
Also going to say to Jackson before we head up, I'm going to be like, you tell Mark what you need to tell him, but from now on, you take your marching orders from myself, from Thistle, from Shy, and from Rosie.
All right. Comes over to you. Are you all right?
Yeah.
Good. You've got a good crew.
Yeah.
We're gonna need that.
This is Mark's book. Mark and crew.
Mark and crew.
Yeah.
I like that.
With a marked crew.
The marked crew.
Yeah, that's us.
All right.
We're always looking for new members.
Well, if we make it out of here alive, maybe I'll join up.
Or I'll see you in heaven.
We should go.
just two fucking pretenders, fucking improving together.
Pretenders pretending to pretend. Yes.
And we're just like, what?
What is this guy's name again?
Jackson.
That's right.
Jackson. Jackson. As you like kind of head through, where are you going in the city? Where are you hoping to go?
We would meet up with them.
yeah, we-
at
Yeah,
this
yeah,
point,
you come around the building, yeah.
I think
Where's your contact? Yes, sorry, Thistle, what were you saying?
we have to be at the temple Rosie.
Yeah.
Rosie, would the temple be able to provide us with a safe place?
It's a statue.
Well, no, but I assume there is a temple.
No, there's no temple of
it's a
Valyria.
statue.
Oh, okay.
It's a statue.
Well, would they be able to provide us with a safe place to stay?
There's probably no one there right now. Not many.
Would there have been?
There's dawn and dusk prayers. So you're getting close.
So I worked for one of the clans in Oloren. Would I have known? And like that, I didn't work for the Eye of Sion. I worked for probably the lowest ranking clan. I don't think you've sent me the name for it yet, but that's okay. That's okay. But I worked
It
for
exists.
It exists, sure does. I didn't
And
work
its
for
name
the.
is.
I didn't work for the Eye of Sion. I worked for kind of the lowest rank because they were the only ones who would take me on. There would likely be contacts in different cities, potentially.
A bit of a stretch.
Okay.
Just with like the hostility.
And also
between-
like how far Taywin is from Oloren.
Yeah.
Okay, so I wouldn't rely
Yeah,
on
that's the kind of stuff they root out. Like,
Got you.
It's not
Yeah,
a.
understandable.
Yeah.
Would we be getting up to like the time for dusk prayer if it's?
You're getting close. Yeah. Yeah. By the time you got there, it would be pretty close to dusk prayers.
Another question.
I'd probably want to be there at the beginning of that because I was there at the end of
Would
morning.
my mother have ever mentioned a contact in Taywin?
I don't believe she had.
Where are your contacts based?
Just outside the city. Just a little ways into the forest. We have a camp there.
Rosie, we could come back in the morning. I promise you we would come back. But it might be safest for us to get out of the city tonight.
I think we've got to sort this first, yeah.
I will come back with you, just the two of us, or
I'll also come back if
We're
you
not.
want.
We go together.
but we can come back in the morning. I know it's important to you, but for now, for our safety, maybe best to get out of the city.
We come back at first light.
I do want to point out the camp might be compromised.
Well, we don't know till we get there. I don't got anybody in the city. You don't got anybody here. You don't have anybody here.
All my possible people will be at dusk prayer.
Yeah. Now, you were asked to come back in the morning by someone?
Yeah. Dario.
Daria.
I will say, this kind of ruckus, I don't know if priests will be able to offer much aid,
For now.
at least right now.
I also wouldn't want any of the priests or priestesses to get hurt because of something we brought to them. That's not okay.
How defensible is your camp?
It's just sort of a woodland camp. I mean,
If someone knew the route you were taking, or where you were going to meet Mark, would they know about the camp as well?
shouldn't, no.
Well, let's assume someone has.
May I?
Yeah, go for
Yeah,
it.
go for it, Mark.
Do you know of a tavern in town called the Haystack? That's where we'll find Needle.
Sure.
I don't know that tavern, but I trust you.
think
I
we
could ask
start-
around.
We ask around.
Where's your
We
partner?
find the haystack.
Akara?
Yeah, is she dead? Do you know? We saw
yes.
her dead.
Yes, she is.
She wasn't supposed to be shot through the chest, was she?
No.
You didn't know?
No, she's dead.
No.
I blooded two of them. So,
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Let's head for the camp.
yeah.
We'll stay the night. Come back in the morning.
Ask about the haystack.
Go to the haystack?
In the morning, after the.
We go, we do our prayers. While we're doing prayers, we ask around. We get down to it. We hit them where they live, which is, you know, the
Do you want
point of operation.
you and I to try and get to her and see if she's still there. Because if she's not still there, then we know what's happening. If she is still there, then we can at least move her body.
I don't think her body will still be there if the
No,
guards are out.
they'd have taken it.
To the camp
Rosie?
with the Kara's memory in our hearts.
The other option is we just find a tavern, a random tavern.
I could ask around if I got to
No,
the tavern.
no asking. No, I mean just no patterns, no trail. We just find a tavern, we go in, we book a room, and we stay the night.
I don't want to get to the bottom of this.
We can. I just feel like now is not the time.
Okay. Where's the closest tavern to us here?
Yeah. Mark points it out. It's the Hog's Head.
Which is the second closest tavern?
Next door.
Yeah, it's
How many fucking taverns are in the city?
Hogsmeade. There's a lot.
Which of them is less reputable?
Well, probably the Hog's Head.
It's a very public house.
What do you think, Shy?
I mean, if what we know, and I would look at Jackson as under the guise of like, how much are we keeping up the truth at this point? Like he's reeling from the death of his partner, and I'm
Yeah,
like,
but he's not like.
yeah, I
There's
know,
money
I
in
know,
it.
I know. There's, he's not gonna let. So, if what we know is true, shooting him a glance. Anywhere we go with Mark, they're gonna be looking for him. So,
I'll need a disguise.
Mark, you said that you studied magic at the college, yeah?
Yeah.
What kind of magic can you do?
Little of this, little of that, I think I'd specialize in, like transmutation.
Can you transmute yourself to look so different?
Like a haircut?
I pull out and I go, I barely use it myself, so it's pretty full steel. I pull out a disguise kit that I have in my bag.
Yeah.
It is not going to be much, but I'm not bad.
I am a bit of a master of disguise.
I'm also pretty good at disguise. We could work together. I think it would be fun.
I just push the kitten between the two of them.
Yes. Eye patch. Scar.
Just like black, like almost like shoe polish, just like all in the hair.
So blonde, so shoe polish.
Tim, how long would it take for me to get to the statue from where I'm sitting right now?
Probably about a half an hour.
How long until dawn?
Until dawn?
Until like the start of dawn prayer.
Dawn prayer would be, I mean, it's almost dusk, so it's probably going to be 12, 13 hours.
Until
Maybe, 13 and a half. Dawn's probably about
dusk.
6
Sorry, dusk.
Dusk prayers are probably about 45 to an hour away, you would guess. It's difficult to tell
It's
that.
different. Okay.
But in that area. Like, you reckon by the time you got there, it would be about the time of dusk prayers, or people would be gathering for dusk.
This probably isn't gonna go well with those two over there. But Rosie's gonna leave.
Rosie,
I'm gonna try and sneak away. I'm gonna try
Make a
and.
stealth check. As everyone's kind of looking at Mark
I'm
getting
gonna guide
the
him.
full disguise going. There's a fake mustache.
Well, there's already a mustache.
Yeah.
So I think we just dye it.
Even better idea. And he peels it off and just like,
Chops, mutton
oh
chops.
yeah.
Yeah.
And here, take this. And he gives you a knife.
Is it the?
Stick him with the pointy end.
No, thank you.
You sure?
I've got everything I need right. I don't have anywhere to keep it either.
Right, I can give you my belt.
These pants are very tight.
Okay.
The tailor, there's no room for a belt.
For a belt? The belt goes over the pants.
Yeah, but where do you put it if you don't have loops?
What was your stealth check?
23.
23.
23.
Passive perception?
Not a chance.
Okay, yeah, you slip away. And you make your way over to the statue of the dawn. you can see people are kind of gathering for prayers. As you start kind of making your way up, you feel a hand, a fairly large hand, come down on your shoulder. And that's where we're going to end it tonight.
Ooh. Through prayer, anything is possible.
Oh boy!
Through prayer, anything is possible. Holy bananas. Thank you all so much. Welcome to Campaign 2, everyone. We are so excited to have you join us on this journey. We will be back next Monday at 8 p.m. Pacific Standard Time right here for more of this. Mr. Deppner, you will be absent next week.
I'm a working actor, baby.
Sean, it will be absent next week, but we will be all back. Very, very excited to chomp back at things and drag Mark along for the ride.
Trying to think what Mark would be doing if he just like gone comatose.
No. Mark is just so deep in character.
Mark is method acting.
Tim is gonna play him as a character.
Tim is gonna play Dark Dwyler.
Dark Dwyler. I love this. Stick
He's
around.
gonna play Clark.
Stick around for. Go ahead.
Actionable and at the table.
Yeah, we love that. I love that. I interrupted something. We're gonna go raid. So stick around for the raid in the outro screen. And thank you all so much for joining us. Put your thumbs up, babies.
Oh.
You got one?
You got one?
No.
But it's nice at the table, isn't
Forgot.
it? Right? Do you have one?
I could come up with something.
Yeah, go for it.
When you find yourselves in a staged adventure, just stab everyone, but importantly, be safe!
Good night, everyone. We love you. Stick around for the raid. Bye!